We're mobile. Take Fox Sports 1350 with you using iHeartRadio.
KTDD Riverside, San Bernardino. Fox Sports Radio, 1350 AM.
Now live from Etiwanda High School located in Rancho, Cucamonga, it's Coach B.
Andy Turner with Fox Sports 1350. High School Game of the Week.
Coming to you from Eagle Stadium, located on the campus of Etiwanda High School in Rancho, Cucamonga. It's tonight's Fox Sports 1350 Game of the Week, along with my IE Sportsnet co-host, Eddie Eternal Talbert. I am Coach B. This is going to be a great game tonight, Eternal. You had a chance to talk to Coach Logan from Centennial as well as Coach Davis from Etiwanda. And what were some of the notes they gave you about tonight's key matchup?
Coach B, again, we have a great matchup here. Anytime, we're talking about two really good schools that normally wouldn't see each other, Coach B. But this is a very unique game right here. You have Etiwanda Eagles taking on the Centennial Huskies. Etiwanda obviously being led by Coach Davis. Got a chance to talk to him, went over some of the keys of the game. Primarily, one of the main keys of the game is, can the Etiwanda Eagles handle the Centennial front? And that's on offense and defense. These guys from Centennial are huge, so they're going to try to use their dominance on offense and defense. So that's going to be one of the main keys of the game. The other key to the game is going to be, can the Etiwanda Eagles convert on third down? Mm-hmm. Now, converting on third down is going to mean, again, on offense and defense. Last week they struggled mightily against the Red Wildcats in terms of trying to keep the Coach Brewick-led Wildcats down and stop them from converting on third down. And one of the final keys of the game, can the Eagles stop the Centennial Huskies' early scoring? The Centennial Huskies are known for starting out the game very fast and putting up a lot of points on the board. And by the time they put so much points on the board for you, by the time the halftime's over, the game's over as well. Absolutely. And when you think about it, Centennial is coming off of a big loss. They played against – a lot of people have Centennial ranked as high as Max Prep has them ranked as high as number 6 in the nation. Right. Number 3 in the state. When you think about that, that tells you the level of competition here in California. 6th in the nation, but only 3rd in the state. Correct. And again, Coach B, another big thing, and what you have to understand is these guys just are fresh from a Nike contract. And again, Coach B, in the United States of America, 3 public schools have a contract. The third now is the Corona Centennial Huskies. So this is going to be a great Centennial. Everybody knows about them. Right now we're going to find out about them. These folks in Fontana, they haven't seen this team, Coach B, so they're going to get a glimpse of them. They probably see them on TV, but you're going to see them live in the flesh. And the question everybody wants to know, Coach B, is who's going to start for the Huskies at quarterback. We're going to find out here shortly. Absolutely. So it looks like Etiwanda has elected to kick the ball off, so they're going to give a shot. They have some power over there on that Centennial side. So let's go ahead and see who they can get to get that ball. So we are ready to kick off the game. We're excited. Once again, it's the Fox Sports 1350 High School Game of the Week. Etiwanda Eagles at home against the visiting Centennial Huskies. This is a big matchup for the Etiwanda Eagles. This is Coach Davis' 3rd year, and this is the year we want to see some progress. So Centennial they take the ball deep at their 5. They're up to their 20. They're up to their 25. They're up to their 30, and he may be gone. That's number 2, and that's Kinslow, and they catch him. They run him down, and that was number 20 who caught him and finally ran him down. And, Coach, that's number 2 right there, Thomas Kinslow. He's the featured running back for the Centennial Huskies. We're going to see a lot of him. And he had a great game last week against the IMG Academy. And the speed that Kinslow shows off, it looks like Kinslow, he thought this was the Centennial track team. Yes, he did. When he took the ball at his own 5, and he took the ball all the way to Etiwanda's 35. So they are in business, and their quarterback that is starting, that's going to be number 32. And he hands off to number 4. He gets 5 yards. He got 10 yards on a sweep left. So their quarterback that is starting is number 13. It looks like Toro Herrera. And I apologize about that, Coach B. Excuse me. Octavio Cortez got that on the bow. That's the first down.
They're going to give him a first down.
Yes, they are. And again, Mr. Herrera's coming in the game, Coach B. He's one of the seniors, and he's the third-string quarterback, Coach B. So we're going to see him and see what he can do.
And they're going fast. Herrera gets the ball. He jumbles the snap. He puts it up in the air. It's the first attempt at the end zone, and it is incomplete. So he is in the shotgun. The ball with 11 minutes and 31 seconds to go in the first quarter. The ball is spotted just inside of the 30-yard line. The ball, I said, it looks like the ball is at about the 26-yard line. And Centennial is running. They're moving that clock, and he hands it off to number 4. No, he kept it. That was a quarterback keep to the left, and Herrera picks up about 8 yards. And just like that, in 3 or 4 plays, Centennial is right at the doorstep. And, Coach B, they're still moving. As you said, they are going quick. They're going fast. They're back up to the line. Herrera's in the shotgun, hands it off to number 4, and he goes right up the gut, and that's Octavio Cortez. And it's at it's right on it's on the one hairline, Coach B. So Octavio Cortez he's coming out the play. They're going to go ahead and call it. They're going to give that a touchdown. So with 11 minutes and 12 seconds, Centennial, the evil empire, has got right into that end zone. And, Coach B, I was right alongside the bus when they got off the freeway. And let me tell you something. They're still driving that bus. Because they got a chance to get right up the field quickly, and they were able to show dominance. So, again, that's going to be something for Etiwanda to watch because they get the ball off quickly. And the extra point is up, and the extra point is good. And just like that, with 11 minutes and 12 seconds to go, Centennial, who took the opening kickoff at their own 5-yard line in less than a minute or so, they've already driven the ball down and scored. Right. So if I'm Coach Davis, what I want to do now is slow the game down considerably. I talked to Coach Davis again. He feels really good. He had McDonald out there last week. McDonald was able to produce a lot of yards, but I'm sure right now in this particular instance, they want to make sure that they slow the game down and keep this offense on the sideline. Indeed. So Etiwanda is going to go back. They have Jordan Porter back there ready to take that kickoff. Jordan Porter and Jonathan Venable are back deep to take this kickoff. So let's see what Etiwanda can do the first time they're out. And, Coach B, the folks are still rolling in. It's a nice night. I hear it's raining in Riverside. We see the clouds coming in, but right now, no precipitation here in Fontana. And for Centennial, they were running so fast. They're running it's kind of like a shotgun trip. They have 3 receivers to their right. Right. It's kind of an interesting formation that they've done. I haven't seen that. And Centennial kicks the ball deep, and they're going to kick it to Jordan Porter. It went right over his head. And it looked like they had Starks and Porter back there. Porter coming off a record-setting for the school, record-setting night, Coach B, last week. Jordan Porter really came in here, was able to produce a lot of yards and touchdowns. Obviously, was in a loss against the Red Wildcats, Coach B, but we're looking to turn that around tonight for the Etiwanda Eagles. Indeed. So now they're coming out. Tommy McDonald, Lawrence Starks, they'll be in the backfield as they trot out on the field. And let's see what those Etiwanda Eagles can do. Tommy McDonald's in the shotgun with Starks right behind him. And they're doing a shotgun trip. And Tommy rolls to his right. And he's looking. He's going to go up. And he had his receiver, but his receiver slipped. The ball is spotted at the 20 because they went ahead and got the fair catch. Touchback. So now we'll see with 11 minutes and 8 seconds to go. We'll see what Etiwanda can do. It's going to be second down. The ball, again, is at their own 20-yard line. And one of the things we saw last week, Coach B, is they for whatever reason, had a problem with getting the ball third and short. There was a lot of third and longs last week, so I know they want to cut that down. And this time they hand the ball off to Starks, and Starks is running. He got 5 yards. He got 10 yards. He got 50. He's got 20. He has a man to beat. And he got the ball out to the 50. So that was a 30-yard run off the tackle. And that's what they're going to need to do tonight, Coach B. Again, not so much as putting the ball in the air, a lot of running the ball and taking the clock down. It's going to be a time of possession tonight. And if the Eagles can maintain a good time of possession, they may be able to win this game and shock the Centennial Huskies. And the good thing about it is that will show Etiwanda it's a football game. You got to lace up and you got to play. So Tommy is in the shotgun. It's going to be first down. The ball is now at about the 45, and they give it to Starks, and he runs a tough little run, picks up about a yard or two on a power right up the middle. And, Coach B, I'm seeing something that I saw last week. Again, they're still having a challenge with the snap. The snap's coming in high. And tonight, Coach B, they're going to get pressed. So they want to get that snap down so they can make the moves quickly. Indeed. So they went ahead and they went quick. And it was
a deflection. It was a pass deflection on that one. It looked like he was trying to throw to number 16, or that looks like he was trying to throw to Jordan Porter there. However, it looked like the ball was deflected by number 6 of the Centennial Huskies.
So once again, Tommy's coming up to the line of scrimmage, 3rd and 9. The ball is now officially at your 45-yard line. So let's see what they can do. And Tommy's going up, and he has a
and it's picked
off right off the receiver's hand, and it's intercepted.
And that's going to be number 8 for Centennial, Coach B. That's going to be Chris Venable. Now, Chris Venable, Coach B, this kid can play.
Mm-hmm.
He goes both ways, but he led the Centennial Huskies last week in tackles. This kid can play, and obviously he's a heads-up kid because he was right there on the deflection and came down with it.
And that was a great play for Centennial. And just like that, Centennial is back in business, and Centennial will have the ball in some really good field position. They have the ball at the 50.
And that's going to be a
false start.
A false start, excuse me. And what they're going to need to do is they're going to have to figure out a way to slow the Huskies down, Coach B.
Right.
They're going to have to figure out a way. I don't know if that's going to be stopping them on the run, but they're going to have to figure out a way because if they get the ball moving, it could be tough to stop them.
So 1st and 15, the ball is now at their own 48-yard line. Herrera's in the backfield, and he throws to a little quick quarterback screen, and he's got something. He picks up, he breaks off 3 or 4 tackles, and that just showed how strong he was. And it looks like they needed 15. It looks like, depending on the spot, it looks like he got maybe 13 of the 15 they needed on that first down.
And Coach B, I guess what their process is get the ball to the skill players. That was a little screen out pass to Thomas Kinslow, the featured running back, and you see he's difficult to bring down.
Herrera's in the backfield, and he's going up. They're going up top. They have a receiver. He's got a man, and there was some jostling there.
Great no call. Fantastic defense by number 13, Riley Shadow, for Etiwanda Eagles, really fighting, because, again, you're able to do that. You're able to jockey for position, and that was a great defense on there. He even looked back, Coach B, so they couldn't get him for the pass interference.
And they just ran a quick fly route, went over the top about 30 yards down the field, and it was incomplete. So Herrera's in the backfield, gives it to Kinslow, and there's Kinslow. Kinslow picks up, he is gone.
Wow.
That is a touchdown. So Kinslow just ran the ball. That was a good 44-yard run off tackle to your left. And as soon as he got that ball, there was no one stopping him. So with 10 minutes and 8 seconds to go, Centennial, just like that, go up a score of 13-0, pending the extra point.
And, Coach B, right there, it looked like it was a little bit of a hesitation, so it might have been a draw play there, Coach B. But they were able to get Etiwanda coming upfield, and Etiwanda ran right past the running back, and he was able to expose them in the middle for a touchdown scoring run.
And, great point, and the extra point is good as we talk. That's a great point you say, and this is why no coaches, speaking to Coach Davis and talking to coaches in general, this is why coaches say just stick to your responsibility. Don't try to go out and make a play. Don't try to just stick to your responsibility. And that right there, you can see why it was so important with that draw play. And that's one of the things when you think of Matt Logan. This is a guy that's won countless CIF championships, state championships. He is a chess player, and when he sees a weakness in the defense, he sees them over-pursuing, what does he do?
He's going to expose it.
Hit them with the draw.
You might want to call him Coach Been There, Done That.
Right.
It hasn't been much he hasn't seen, Coach B, and we're seeing that tonight. But, again, it's still early. Etiwanda here, what you want to do before this game, again, we talked about that. One of the keys of the game, Coach B, stop the early onslaught.
Right.
They've already got 14 points early. What you need to do now is slow the game down.
Indeed. I absolutely agree. So, once again, Jordan Porter is in the backfield, not in the backfield, but he's back to take the kickoff. He and Jonathan Venable, who is a senior as well, both seniors, and they kick the ball. And this kicker is amazing. And that almost is a field goal as far as this kicker is kicking the ball. We have to find out which school he's going to.
Yeah, and and that's going to be their kicker number 13.
Valencia.
Mr. Valencia. He reminds me of the guy, the gentleman for the Raiders. What's my man's name? The Polish guy from the Raiders.
I do not remember. Oh, Janikowski?
Janikowski.
Yes.
In terms of build.
Yes.
But here they come out here. They're trotting back out here, Coach B. Right here, I know Coach Davis is on the PA system, telling them right now, we have to convert on third down.
And Jordan Porter's in the backfield with Starks, two receivers to his right, two to his left, and he's looking, he's going up top. He's got Jordan Porter. He had Jordan Porter. He had him beat. That was a fly route. He was about 20 yards down the field, but that was just a little over his head. But again, there are things there. If Etiwanda makes a few corrections, there are plays there to be had.
To me, Coach B, the key, and if they're going to guard Jordan Porter one-on-one on the outside like that, you have to give him some opportunity. That's number one. But number two, you still have to run the football.
I agree. So now we have the run specialist. Hamill's in the backfield. And there are no running backs, and it was a quarterback keeper, and he went up the gut, and Hamill picked up maybe a yard or two.
And now, right now, Coach B, you're going to come in here with 3rd and long against these really game Huskies, and they have people, when they know it's going to be passed, Coach B, they can really bring the house. They're very, very stout up front.
They'll lick their chops. And Hamill's in there again. There's no back, no.
And
he hit number 80. There you go.
Oh,
that's
great
a great play when he hit him.
No, and what it was, Coach B, was a fake quarterback dive, a fake quarterback keeper, and he was able to compose himself. He being Hamill was able to compose himself, get back up, and get the ball off to the tight end or the out.
A little slant route.
Exactly.
Yep.
And he's been there all night, number 80.
And Hamill gets the ball again, and he's running to the left.
There's going to be pass interference there.
There is a flag, like you say, and once again, Jordan Porter was wide open, and on that play, the ball's now at Etiwanda's own 40.
Right.
We apologize, 1st and 10. And Hamill rolled out and tried to hit Jordan Porter over the top. But as you said, there is a flag on the play.
Certainly.
So we will see what that call is going to be.
Get it. From my vantage point, Coach B, it looks like it's going to be a pass interference call. But again, I see Hamill right now. I mean, they're talking. McDonald, excuse me. They're talking right now to the coach, telling him Porter is open.
Right.
So right now, I don't know if it's a scheme thing, but they're guarding him one-on-one. And to me, Coach B, you have to give him an opportunity.
And it looks like with the applause that we hear in the press box on the Etiwanda side, so that would lead you to believe that call is going to be on Centennial.
Correct.
So we'll see if they're going to march that down the field. Yes, they are. So that was against Centennial. So as you said, that looks like that was in the pass interference variety.
Exactly. If what it was, they were running. They had a lot of motion going on with the receivers trying to do some rub routes. And one of the defenders got a little tricky in there, and he hit one of the – there's a lot of movement going on. I thought I saw outside. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, no call, no pass interference.
And on that play, so it was 1st and 10.
Wow.
And it looks like, if you saw me, it looks like the defense was encroaching.
I thought so. There's all that movement, and then you saw the nose of the football. They were over the nose of the football right there. So that was an interesting no call right there.
So 2nd and 10, the ball's at the 50-yard line. You have McDonald in the backfield. He hands the ball off to Stark. And, oh, my goodness, Stark gets ate up in the backfield. He loses about 2 or 3 yards.
And right now, Coach B, Starks tried to kind of get a move back in. Nothing there, Coach B. As we mentioned, the penetration is going to be a challenge for these Eagles to deal with. And right now, Coach, they're having a little bit of problem dealing with that up-front rush.
The speed that Centennial has, it's going to be hard to change your direction. With 8 minutes and 49 seconds to go, it's 3rd and 12. The ball is at the 48-yard line.
Oh, my goodness. And the ball came out.
And Stark.
Wow.
Not Stark, I'm sorry. McDonald was looking to pass. And, boy, did they get into that backfield quick. But that's one of the things, again, what we said about Logan, he knows it's a passing situation. So what does he do? He sends the house.
And, Coach B, that was number 32, Cameron Pitcher for the Centennial Huskies, a senior linebacker. And, my goodness, I mean, when I tell you he gave McDonald a square hit, I mean, hit him square.
He had bad intentions.
Yeah, and then hit him so hard, Coach B, he was able to they fumbled the football, Coach B. So, again, here we are with Centennial driving.
And they have the ball at the 35-yard line. They go up top, and they did an out route, and that was incomplete. It looks like the receiver, he was a little slow to get up, but he looks like he's okay. That young man will be fine. And,
Coach B, one of the things that concerns me right now that I see is that quarterback for Centennial is way too comfortable in the backfield right now.
Right.
He's getting the ball, Coach B. He's taking his time, pulling out a lawn chair. They're going to have to disrupt him a little bit, Coach B. Put some helmets on him to get him to go a little quicker.
2nd and 10, 8 minutes and 36 seconds to go. Herrera's in the backfield, and it looks like Centennial jumped again. And I'll tell you right now, even though the score is 14-0, Logan, head coach for Centennial, cannot like all these penalties.
No doubt about it. Because, again, right now, what that can do, that can put your team in a very uncompromising position in terms of trying to get those yards. So right now they want to play fast. They want to get inside those gaps, Coach B, and they want to put a lot of pressure on the Etiwanda Eagles.
I agree. And you can see Logan, another thing that he can't be happy with is he wants to run fast. And when you have penalties, it slows down your
Everything
game.
slows. Everything. I give the defense a chance to set up, see what you guys are doing, see the offense is set. again, yeah, to your point, definitely not what he wants to see.
So it's going to be 2nd and 15. The ball is now at Etiwanda's 40-yard line. Centennial Herrera's in the shotgun. He has Kinslow in the backfield with him. And another flag.
Yeah. And so what's happening right now, Coach B, just to kind of let you know, they're used to a certain quarterback count.
That is correct. That's a good point.
And you can see right now the line is having a problem with that quarterback count. You know, Tanner McKee has been to all everything for the Centennial Huskies, so they're having a problem with the count right now. But again, it looks like this one is on Etiwanda, excuse me.
Right. So now the ball, now you're looking at 2nd and 10. So that was on Etiwanda, so I apologize. Logan would like that. So 2nd and 10, the ball's on the 35-yard line. Herrera's in the backfield. One thing that's interesting, you can see they're in the shotgun, but it reminds me of a back catcher in the picture.
Indeed.
It seems like Herrera is telling him what to do behind his back.
No, I'm noticing he's giving them the signs, the signals, which way to run and so forth on the fake. So yeah, I do see that. Okay, here we go. So we're bringing it back here because I was wondering what happened. So they initially gave it to Etiwanda. Now they're going to go ahead and take it back because I saw a false start on Centennial, and initially they gave it to Etiwanda. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and set Centennial back 10 yards. We're going to go ahead and start all over again.
So
2nd and 20.
So like you said, it was on him.
Yes, sir.
And Herrera's in the backfield. He and Kinslow, he's in the shotgun, hands the ball. Oh, that was a fake. What a fake.
Oh.
That was a beauty. He faked the run and went right over the top. Is that number 9 for Centennial? And I believe with Centennial, that's
going to be Zach Orto. And right there, Coach B, as you mentioned, they're having such a problem with the run, and they're so conscious of the run, is that, again, once a quarterback gets you peeking inside, that's all the receiver needs is 2 steps.
Indeed. And what you said, the one thing you said with Herrera as he hits that and that was a 40-yard touchdown pass on that play. So Centennial's up 20-0, and now the extra point is good, 21-0 with 8 minutes and 27 seconds to go here in the first quarter. When I look at the stats for Herrera, before this game, he only had 1 game played. He had 16 attempts and 6 completions. So, but tonight, that was against IMG Academy.
Exactly.
But
yeah.
tonight, you can see he looks comfortable.
And he was coming in relief in that game. But, again, there's no question about it. He's a senior, Coach B. So, again, he's seen some things. But there's no question about his level of being comfortable in the pocket. I haven't seen him get hit all night, Coach B.
Right. I agree. And while we have a break in the action, Etiwanda Eagles football would like to thank their lovely sponsors. You have Patterson Real Estate, a part of Nationwide Real Estate Executives. Call Steve Patterson at 909-904-3090 for all your real estate needs. And then you have Tough Shed of Ontario, solving backyard and business storage needs since 1991. And once again, with 8 minutes and 27 seconds to go, with Centennial up 21-0 here against Etiwanda, Centennial is kicking the ball off. And again, that's going to go right into the end zone. So there has not been a chance yet for Jordan Porter or Jonathan Venable to return a single kickoff tonight.
Coach B, and again, if you ask me, that is intentional. They have a good game plan. They're keeping the ball out of Jordan Porter's hands. Jordan Porter, Coach B, last week set a school record, 4 touchdowns, and another school record by having 256 yards. So the kid can play. And I think Centennial has identified that, and they're making sure he's not touching the ball tonight.
Agreed. So now with 1st and 10, the ball at the 20, thank God Tommy McDonald was okay. He took a big shot in the last series. He and Lawrence Starks, like you said, you can always tell a Stark, with a snap and the ball went over his head. You got to get rid of that. The ball went over his head, so McDonald went down. So with that with that miscue on the snap, we lost about, I'd say, 8 yards.
Yeah, and Coach B, again, I mentioned that early in the game, Coach B, is that that snap was an issue last week. Mm-hmm. Again, the snap is in shotgun, the snap is coming out high. You can't afford that in this game right here, Coach B, because every little second, every step is going to put you in a challenging situation.
So, again, they're in sort of a shotgun trip. You have 3 receivers out. He's going over the top. He has a man.
And he caught that.
No, it looks like he bobbled right at the end. So that was 2nd and 25 now.
And for Etiwanda, Coach B, that they're going to their hands guy. That's number 80. That's going to be Zachary Bitterman. The kid can play. Mm-hmm. I seen him get open. He's a long kid, and he's been open on the sideline. So I guess that's their hands guy. But, again, they're in a very tough situation. And tonight, Coach B, again, they're having problems with the third down. Again, a lot of third and long. And again, this is right with Centennial 1.
3rd and 25 to be exact with 7 minutes and 43 seconds to go. And you have Starks in the backfield. It looks like it was a draw. And Starks picked up, I'd say about 6 or 7 yards. So that what it's going to do is it's going to make it a manageable punt now. You get him out of the backfield.
Right. And what you want to, right there, what you want to do is, as you're alluding to, you want to at least get the kicker some room for this punt they're going to do. But again, you want to make sure you get. There's two things. You want to get a good hold. Make sure you get the ball and at least get the ball to the 50.
Indeed. So with 7 minutes and 13 seconds to go, trailing 21-0, Etiwanda is going to go ahead and punt. And there's a flag on the play.
There could be too many players on the field.
That just might be it. Or was there a time? No, there was a flag. So we'll see what the call is. We'll give the referees a moment to let us know what that is.
Yeah. Looks like here, what do we have here? So, yeah.
It's on Centennial, so you're right.
It's definitely on Centennial. So it looks like there's too many men on the field.
And again, like we said, with the score up 21-0, I'm sure Coach Logan will have something to talk to these young men about because there's been a lot of penalties in tonight's game.
And, Coach B, just think about that for a second. If they can do that with no penalties, Coach B, wow, this could be a blowout.
Indeed.
And I mean, again, already they're in a challenging situation. But again, if they were able to convert without all those penalties, Coach B, this could be really tough on the Eagles.
So Etiwanda is ready to kick the ball or punt the ball off. They have and you have some danger over here for Centennial. Number 2, who looks like a track star out here. Kinslow is deep. He's standing at about Etiwanda's 45-yard line. So with this punt, they're going to get decent field position.
Yeah.
And this one thing, you got to hope that he doesn't get a chance.
That's a good spiral.
It's a good punt.
Oh.
When the ball takes a
Centennial
bounce
yeah.
back to the 30-yard line. So Centennial is already in very good field position. And that's one thing about football. Football is a game of field position.
Yes, it is, Coach B. It's a game of inches. I mean, and every little inch counts. So when they say inches, Coach B, they mean it. We've seen several times, Coach B, where things have transpired. It's been over a very small portion of yards, Coach B. So, again, right here, if I'm Etiwanda Eagles, Coach B, you have to figure out a way to slow down these Huskies.
Indeed. So Herrera is back out. He trots out. And again, he has 2 receivers to his right, to his left, and he and Kinslow are in the backfield. He fakes the Kinslow, and he goes up top, and that was a pass. I'm not quite sure where that was going to. It looked like there may have been some miscommunication. It looks like he was looking for a fly route, and there was no receiver there.
Yeah, but again, that was good defense. But I have to say this, Coach B, you have to figure out a way to rattle that quarterback. He's just way too comfortable in the pocket and not enough pressure.
So 2nd and 10, and he fakes the
dive,
and
he
keeps it. Herrera picks up about 20 yards. It was 1st and 10 from the
wait a minute. Okay, they're going to call him down. I was about to say, wait a minute.
It looks like one of those things where he thought he rolled over the player, but
right.
he did not. So he faked the dive up the middle and did the quarterback keeper and got to the outside edge, and Herrera picked up about 20 yards. So you're looking at 1st and 10 from the 8-yard line.
And, Coach B, what I can tell you right now, what I like about quarterback Arturo Herrera, very, very good on the play-action fake. He had the whole team confused, Coach B, and everybody went for the running back on that one and was able to hold the ball and get 15 yards.
And on that play, while we were looking, they just ran a dive to Kinslow, and Kinslow picked up about 4 yards with 6 minutes and 21 seconds to go. So Herrera is in the backfield, hands it off to Kinslow. No, he keeps it, and that time Etiwanda showed up. So they ran a play where they tried to run the dive, fake, and then the quarterback takes the bootleg to the outside, and there was a D in there.
Yeah.
And he made the decision.
And that's what they're going to have to do, Coach B. They're going to have to figure out a way to get up front and slow this team down by any means necessary, Coach B. So that means they're going to have to send some exotic blitzes. They've got to do something.
So we're looking at 3rd and 3. The ball's on the 5 with 6 minutes and 44 seconds to go. Score 21-0. Centennial's up over Etiwanda, and they're knocking on the door.
What a play.
They got some penetration. That looks like number 50 out there.
And, Coach B, number 99 for the Etiwanda Eagles, Coach B, was able to come in there, and we're talking about Jefferson Tisdale, came on the edge, Coach B, and made a great tackle on the running back. And that's what you have to do on the defensive line. If the offensive line slants down, that means you have to go right there and cover with them and get on top of the ball.
4th and 5, they're going for it, and they hand it off
Oh.
to Kinslow. No, it was a reverse. So they faked the dive, they faked the quarterback keeper, and they came back with a reverse. You talk about some misdirection.
Coach B, I can tell you right now, the Eagles are so concerned about running back junior Thomas Kinslow that every time he even gets near the ball, Coach B, they're putting all eyes on him, and it's making it easy for them to do a counter on that.
I agree. So it's 5 minutes and 23 seconds to go. Centennial has now gone up a score 27-0, and the extra point is up, and it looks like the extra point is good. So now with 5 minutes and 23 seconds to go, Centennial, the visiting Centennial Huskies, have gone up here at Etiwanda Eagle Stadium.
And Coach B, we still have folks that are just getting to the stadium, Coach B.
Mm-hmm.
Folks are just getting here. And you know, right now, Coach B, this game, Etiwanda, they're going to have to get a handle on this. And, again, they've got to score some points. I'd say that no better time than now.
And that's what you think about it. It had to be a nice ride for Centennial to come straight up that 15 freeway.
Well, not on a Friday.
And you may be correct on that.
Yeah.
But the good thing with the school bus in high school, I'm sure they left it around 1 o'clock.
I'll guarantee. Yeah,
the parents.
Well, like exactly, the parents are struggling, which we can see right now. They're just coming into the game. But like I said, I pulled in right with the bus, Coach B. They're back there sitting back, chilling with the headsets on, having a good old time.
I'm happy. I live a stone's throw away. So
yes, you do. I can see the house from right here, Coach.
I can walk to the stadium. So
yeah, don't rub it in. Don't rub it in.
With 5 minutes and 23 seconds to go, again, Jordan Porter and Venable are in the backfield. We'll see if they'll get a chance to get a touch now. This kicker that they had, he is all-world kicker tonight. He kicks the ball from his own 40 and looks like he can make a field goal. So he kicks it deep, and as we said, once again, it is going to be a touchback. And again, that's going to be about they haven't had a chance to return any kickoff.
Yeah. It's been extremely,
the fourth kickoff, no return.
Right. And again, if you don't think that's on purpose, they want to make sure they neutralize Porter, and they're doing that by making sure they're getting a touchback on every kickoff.
I agree, indeed. So with 5 minutes and 23 seconds to go, Etiwanda comes out, Tommy McDonald comes out, and it looks like Lawrence Starks is out there. He has two receivers to his right. He has Jordan Porter. They're still having Jordan Porter. They're still guarding him one-on-one. So we will see. Etiwanda, and look at Centennial. They got a lot of men in the box.
Oh.
And he tried to do a quick pass, and it was tipped at the line of scrimmage. I'll tell you, if there's nothing else I haven't learned with Centennial, that defensive line is fast.
They're fast, Coach B, and if you could look at them right here, they're big. You see number 71, number 67. These guys are house guys. And it looks like they got a number 89 out there, Coach B. Very, very big on the line. And my goodness, the linebackers are pretty big guys, too. 2nd and 10, Tommy McDonald goes up, and it looks like he's targeting Jordan Porter, and it looks like he lost that pass up in the air. He did a quick fly route. And, again, like we said, he's one-on-one out there on the edge. So now you're looking at 3rd and 10. The ball is still placed at Etiwanda has it at Centennial 20-yard line. And the reason they're able to go one-on-one to outside, and I can see it now, is because they're putting so much pressure on the quarterback. He doesn't even have much time to throw it. Yeah. So you have McDonald in the shotgun with Lawrence Starks, two receivers to his right, two to his left. He's in the shotgun. We'll see what he's going to go ahead and pull. Tommy didn't like the play that was called in, so they're looking on the sideline. They're adjusting. But what does the defense do? The defense adjusts. And they're going straight man-on-man. There is no safety over the top. Wow. Now the safety pulls off. And it's a quick slant. And it's a pick. And that was picked off. It was picked off by number 18, and he said that was a pick six. Number 18 for Centennial, and that's going to be Simeon Hall. And Simeon Hall was not full, Coach B. Sophomore linebacker. What they did, Coach B, they audible to a slant. It looks like they were going to go deep. Hamill audible to a slant. And as you said, as the Eagles adjusted, Centennial adjusted accordingly, and he read that whole play, Coach B, from the snap. You mean that was McDonald out? That was not him. Oh, McDonald, excuse me, pardon me. So with 5 minutes and 5 seconds to go, Centennial is now up a score in the first quarter, 34-0 in the first quarter. And Coach B, these scores, Coach B, were done very, very quickly.
Indeed, they were. So now with 5 seconds ago, the extra point is up. The extra point is good, and now Centennial leads a score of 35-0. And while we have a break in the action, the Etiwanda Eagles football program, once again, they want to thank the Poke Spot, Eat, Drink, Live Healthy. They're located at 8998 East Foothill Boulevard in Rancho, Cucamonga. The Army National Guard, 130-plus jobs, one mission. The Independent Iron, located in San Bernardino. They've been in business for over 12 years with over 30 years of experience in the structural steel industry. And then you have Far West Construction, which is a full-service construction contracting firm located in Santa Ana. And they're also at Etiwanda's excited. They have a new sponsor. My wife would love this. The Hat, world-famous pastrami since 1951, located in the greater L.A. areas. Rancho, Cucamonga, Upland, and now Murrieta.
Hey,
my wife and kids love the Hat.
I've never been. I don't know if I've been to the Hat.
There's one in Victoria Gardens, right up the street.
Okay.
But you don't eat meat, so.
Oh, that's probably why I haven't been to the Hat yet.
The Hat, they specialize in pastrami. Amazing.
Hey, let me tell you something. There was a time where I used to do a pastrami sandwich, a little mustard.
Yes.
I
love pastrami minus the mustard.
Coach B, we're here. A very nice evening, Coach B. Again, it's a little bit of overcast, so starting to get a little humid in the great city of Fontana.
Rancho, Cucamonga.
Rancho, Cucamonga, Coach B. We're right on the borderline. My goodness. I mean, if you walk 10 feet, you're in Fontana.
So Jordan may get a chance. The ball bounces at the 10. That's a live ball. You got to get that.
I was about to say, Coach B.
And
it goes back.
He goes back.
Oh.
And he gets the ball. He picked the ball up, and he ran. He ran backwards and ran the ball to the 5-yard line. So now with 1st and 10, the ball will be spotted at the 5-yard. And that's the one thing about Centennial. As we said, one thing that they do not lack is speed.
And Coach B, as I mentioned to you, number 3 on my key to the game, Coach B, was stop Centennial from the early scoring onslaught. Right now, that hasn't happened for the Eagles, and it's going to be tough all game trying to make sure they at least try to even this game up. But it's going to be an uphill battle because Centennial, they play downhill, Coach B.
Right. So 4 minutes and 51 seconds ago, as we said, Centennial's up 35-0 here, visiting Rancho Cucamonga against the Etiwanda Eagles. Tommy McDonald is standing in his end zone, so he's got to be careful. He has Starks in the end zone as well. They don't like to play, so he's calling for an adjustment. He has 3 receivers to his right, so it's a trip. It's a backfield. It's a shotgun trip. So let's see what they're going to do. And he hands it off to Starks. And Starks has a little something, looks like, and that's a positive play there. Starks picked up about 4 yards on that play.
Hey, and if I'm the Eagles, Coach B, I'm good with that. You wanted to start making positive yards. So right now, do you go away from the run? No. You still run the football. You still try to get some positive yards going and start to get some rhythm going with your football team.
And my key to the game is you cannot abandon the run. So Etiwanda's headed north on their foot on your radio dial. 2nd and 6. The ball is now at their 7, and it looks like they kind of bobbled that snap.
Oh,
and
what a great catch!
What a circus play
for
Jordan Porter. He picked up about 35 yards, and they're definitely trying to get the ball to Porter. He picked up about 30 yards on that play. He bobbled the ball about 8 times, but pulled it in.
Coach B, I was up here trying to see if I could see a replay on the Jumbotron. And I just remember we weren't in the great house that Jerry built. But what a catch by Jordan Porter. Was able to stay and concentrate. And, again, they're going to keep going to him. And he's
1st and 10, and they go to him again.
That's going to be P.I.
No.
Wow.
So it was 1st and 10, and the ball was spotted at about the 30-yard line. And I tell you, this kid for Centennial, number 5, he is locked up on Porter.
And that's going to be a sophomore, Coach B, Isaiah Young, playing really, really good defense. Because, again, they're letting them go one-on-one.
On an island.
Yeah.
Did you say Isaiah's island?
If that's what it is, it looks like tonight, Coach B. But, again, they are making an effort to try to get Jordan Porter involved in this football game.
So, once again, McDonald's in the shotgun, and it's a quick pitch.
Wow.
And it was to Lawrence Starks, and he picked up about 4 yards. I'll take that because now you're going to have 2nd down and manageable, 3 minutes and 46 seconds to go. You're looking at 3rd and 6 now. The ball is going to be spotted at, it looks like, the 33-yard line for Etiwanda. And all you want to do is just get some momentum. Get some momentum, feel some confidence.
Right, Coach B. And Coach B, the big thing is, Coach B, right here, is can they start to get some momentum? Can they get some momentum going for these Eagles? Let's see.
So we have, again, it was third, and that was going to be 37 minutes. Starks gets to that edge, and boy, he had something. Boy, did he take a pop on the edge.
And a really good way to run, and I like that. I like what I saw by Jordan Porter there. Jordan Porter saw Starks running on the end and made a good block for him. But my goodness, that pursuit from Centennial is very difficult, and it looks like that's put him in a punting situation, Coach B.
So 4th and 4, the ball was now spotted at about the 36-yard line. So Etiwanda has decided to kick the ball off. But the negative is they have Winslow over there, and Winslow, as we saw last time he got a punt, he took it back to the house. So that's one thing that Etiwanda's got to get back down and cover. So with 3 minutes and 9 seconds to go, 3 minutes and 9 seconds to go, they kick it off to Winslow, and he gets the ball. He's out to about the 40. He picked up about 5 yards. Good game tackle for the Etiwanda Eagles. And that's the thing about it. Just continue to play your game. Regardless of what the scoreboard says, just continue to play the game.
Exactly, Coach B. And right here, so here's what's going to happen. You're seeing them right now, Coach B, start to make things happen. On that kick right there, Coach B, again, the running back, Thomas Kinslow, is a problem. So they're going to have to start gang tackling him, Coach B, and no more reaching for the tackles.
I agree. So with 2 minutes and 58 seconds to go, a score of 35-0, Centennial was up. Herrera's in the backfield, and he hands the ball off. It looked like Herrera ran a deep dive, a dive off tackle, and just like that, Herrera picks up about 6 yards. And this is what we talked about last week with Rev. Rev continued to go off tackle, and this is something Etiwanda's going to see all season.
Well, Coach B, again, what that means, Coach B, they have some work to do on the defensive line.
2nd and 3, they go over the top, and that was a quick play. They faked the dive, and they went over the top, and Herrera, and that's one of the things, like we said, Centennial's all-world quarterback is out. Tommy.
Correct. Tanner McKee.
Tanner McKee is out this game. Last week in the Honor Bowl, he was out. So he's not playing in this game. And that's the thing. You think about it, 35-0, and they put this up in the first quarter.
And they're not missing a beat here, Coach B, at all.
At all. And it's a quick dive, and they hand that off to, that's number 4 this time for Centennial. So for Centennial, that's going to be Octavio Cortez. And they are rolling. That's a first down, so it's going to be 1st and 10. The ball is now going to be spotted at Etiwanda's 48-yard line. And Centennial is rolling. And Herrera, he's going deep. He's going up top. He's got a man, and he hits him. And that looks like that's going to be about a 30-yard gain on that play. So now the ball is going to be spotted. He went to a fly route. It was just him and the DB out in the open, and he won that battle.
And Coach B, again, Etiwanda's playing scrappy, but.
And 1st and 10 on that play. 1st and 10 on that play. The ball was spotted at the 20-yard line. It's a dive. It's off tackle again. And on that play, that's
7 yards on the play, Coach B. My goodness.
And on that play, that's Octavio.
That's Octavio Cortez, Coach B. And both these running backs that are being featured tonight are only juniors. We're going to see these guys more.
On that play. No, they kept it. It was the keeper. The quarterback kept it. Herrera. The defense, the DN went for the running back, and Herrera kept it. And Herrera, a 13-yard touchdown keeper. He had me fooled.
Coach B, let me tell you what I've seen all night, and we saw this last week. The quarterback has been doing an excellent job all night of carrying out the run play. Even when he draws the play, even when he hands the ball off to the running back, he does a great job of acting the play out all the way. So this time they held the quarterback held onto the football, and again, Coach B, clear sailing. We were all fooled on that one.
Yes, so the extra point was good on that play. So with 1 minute and 30 seconds to go, Centennial has come in, and they're up a score of 42-0, all in the first quarter.
Coach B, and there is an eerie silence in his stadium right now, Coach B. And again, they're just shocked. I mean, you knew Centennial had firepower. But to come out and do something like this in the first quarter, Coach B, is extremely unexpected. We didn't expect this.
I agree. And you think about it with this game, Centennial has, they had a tough loss last week when they played IMG Academy out of Florida.
Oh, and what a time we can play these guys after that.
Yes. So they're looking to knock off some rust, and they're coming to play the game. We'll see. Last play, they were able to get a kickoff, but the ball was spotted at about the 5-yard line. So we'll see. This kicker has been kicking the ball deep. We'll see if he can kick another deep one.
And it looks like this one's going to be, and he missed it.
Yeah, that one is a touchback. So that ball will be spotted at the 20-yard line.
And Coach B, right here, what you don't want to do for the Etiwanda Eagles is start trying to press and try to do too much. You still have, and again, it's cliche, but you still have to stay within your game. You still have to run your game plan. You still have to work on the basic fundamentals, Coach B, because again, if there's a way to get back in this game, the way it's going to get back in this game is the way you've been playing football for the whole summer.
I agree. So Tommy McDonald trots out on the field. He and Lawrence starts. I see Jordan Porter's out there. So he's in the shotgun for their standard shotgun formation. One receiver to your right, two to your left. Jordan Porter goes in motion, and we'll see what they do. He fakes the pitch, and he goes back to his other side and throws it off to the tight end. Nice little play. I like that nice little wrinkle for Etiwanda.
Coach B, last week I was screaming for the tight end. Number 80 for them is
Justin Rodriguez.
For
Etiwanda.
No, that's gonna be Zachary Bitterman, number 80.
It was 88. Was it 80 or 88?
It's number 80.
Okay, number 80. And he hands off to Lawrence Starks, and it's a dive up the gut. And he picks up about a yard or two with 55 seconds to go. And that's going to give you some confidence. Now you're going to have third and manageable. You're going to be third and about 2. The ball is now spotted at the 29-yard line. So let's see what Etiwanda can do on this drive.
Again, Coach B, with the team right now, the goal has to be keep it third and close, third and manageable. The third and longs this week and last week for the Eagles have been catastrophic.
Shotgun trips again, 3 receivers to your left, and they hand the ball off the start. And I tell you, that line of scrimmage is stout. And it looks like they actually lost a yard on that play.
Coach B, when I talked to Coach Davis before the game, one of the major keys he said we're going to have to deal with is Centennial's their defensive line and their offensive line. And you can see these boys are huge, Coach B.
It's 4th down, and I didn't see Tommy McDonald coming off, the quarterback. But, yes, now did they call the timeout on the field?
Okay, I was going to say, wait a minute, what happened there?
So let's see.
It's difficult, Coach B, because, my goodness, Coach B, right now at second quarter, do you want to go for it and they just turn around and put up 48 points on you? It's a tough call right now, Coach B, but, for me, all the cards are on the table.
I agree. So it's going to be going into second quarter, so that's the end of the first quarter. So at the end of 12 minutes in the first quarter, Centennial hung 42 points up there coming into Etiwanda. And this is their first time playing in this stadium. I'm not sure if this is the first time they played, but it's their first time in this stadium. Because this is only the second year that this stadium has been in.
I was just about to say, I like to get some history on that to see if these schools have ever played each other. I would think it may be a first, but definitely the first time Centennial has touched this field, and they've made themselves at home pretty nicely here in the first quarter.
And next year, I know Etiwanda will get a chance to travel down to Corona to take them on as they have a home and an away series set up.
That's what I go. Look, I was going to ask you about that. How was that series set up? And it looks like they've been able to. Looks like they were able to schedule both games. That's the best thing. Maybe you can get some get back next year. And
after that, Etiwanda has decided to punt the ball. So the ball is spotted at their own 29-yard line, and they will punt it this time. And I tell you, they almost got a block on that one.
And he came for
a great punt. Great punt. The ball was dribbled out to about the 49-yard line, and they kept the ball away from the dangerous Kinslow.
Yeah, and again, we're talking about the all-world running back, junior running back, Thomas Kinslow. But I was a little shocked to see that, Coach B. Again, they're still rushing the punter and putting pressure on him, making sure that punter gets that ball out early. And that definitely had a little bit to do with that kick.
And Herrera comes back out. So he's out there and Kinslow's out there. And, even with the score up, there's some kids out there that still want to play.
Oh, well, Coach B, right now, if I'm, for instance, for the Centennial Huskies, you just lost a big game last week. they're trying to work on some things because they have a tough schedule this year.
Shotgun trip, and he doesn't see it, and Herrera didn't see anything downfield that he liked, so he tucks the ball and he decides to take off. And on that play, Kinslow picked up about just that fast. Kinslow picks up 7 yards. The ball was spotted at their own 49-yard line. Now they're north of the 50, and the ball is now spotted at their own 45-yard line. So now they hand it off to Kinslow, and Kinslow, oh, what a spin he put on.
Good.
Kinslow picked up about 8 or 9 yards. And here's the scary thing about Kinslow. Kinslow is only a junior.
And I was saying that, Coach B, the 2 featured running backs we're going to see a lot of today, both of them are juniors. You're going to see Octavio Cortez, who's a junior. Then we're going to see Thomas Kinslow, who's also a junior.
So the ball is at the 34-yard line, and he fakes the handoff to
And the
Kinslow.
quarterback had it. And you could start to see the quarterback is way, way comfortable with that read option. And he's keeping the ball on it, Coach B, because the team is going right into the running back.
So you're looking now, the ball is spotted just north of the 30-yard line. This is about the 28-yard line. They're in the shotgun again. Herrera, he has 3 receivers to his left. He's in the shotgun trip, and he fakes the ball to Kinslow. He's going over the top, and that was easy. That was easy. He hits his receiver on a fly route, and I can't see the number of the receiver. But nonetheless, that was 6 points.
That was number 83 for the Centennial Huskies, Coach B. And number 83 for the Huskies is going to be none other than Jace Presley, who is a senior and ran a streak route right there, Coach B, a go route. And he was found by the quarterback, Coach B. And again, they have imposed their will tonight, taking a 48-0 lead early in the second quarter.
With 10 minutes and 37 seconds to go. That play was set up, as you can see, the defense, and I can't fault them. They were locked in on Kinslow.
Yes.
And it was one of those plays we said it's the misdirection where they faked the handoff. They faked the dive up the middle, and they went right over the top to Presley.
Exactly. And right, as you mentioned, Coach B, right now, they have the ability to do that because you're so concerned about the run. They're concerned about the run in terms of, hey, watching the film, they saw that Thomas Kinslow was a feature back against IMG Academy. And then they're seeing it here tonight with Thomas Kinslow, very, very hard to bring down with a single tackle, and definitely doesn't go down with arm tackles. So it requires a gang tackle, Coach B, and it's been a difficult task for these Eagles.
And you think about it, the stats coming into this game, Kinslow played 2 games. He put up 222 yards in 2 games, and that's averaging 111 yards. You think one of those 2 games was against IMG Academy.
Right. We're talking about one of the best teams in the nation, Coach B, a private school. And when I say they're a private school, Coach B, they have private players as well.
Indeed, indeed. So that's the one thing. So we're looking at it, and as a kickoff, and that kickoff again, kickoff is going to be deep, and there will be no chance of a return.
And you can see the frustration on Jordan Porter right now that he hasn't been able to contribute to the game in terms of returning the kickoff. And I'd have to say that's good game planning by Coach Logan, in the Centennial Huskies.
So we'll see what they can do when they come out. With 10 minutes and 37 seconds to go. And there's been a change at quarterback. So Hamill, number 7, is out. They have stacked 2 receivers to your right, 1 to your left, and they hand the ball off to Starks. And the thing with that, and it looks like Starks he got stuffed at the line of scrimmage. The ball was at the 20-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10 to go.
Yeah, Coach B. And right now you can see it's starting to get a little chippy out there. You want to make sure that you're watching yourself because again, this is one of those games where you don't want it to get out of control. But right now it is getting a little physical. I mean, Centennial, they're playing physical up front.
So now we're looking at 2nd and 10. The ball to the Hamill's out there, and it's an option, and he pitches it out to Starks, and Starks picks up a nice little run Starks had right there. So Starks picked up. It looks like he's very close to a 1st down.
And a nice hold by Hamill. He took a hit, but good play by Hamill because Hamill, again, on that option play, as a quarterback, you have to hold that football all the way until you suck the defense in, and you know you're going to take a shot. Oh, yeah, you're going to take a shot and got that ball off.
3rd and 4, the ball is at the 26-yard line. As I said, Hamill's in the shotgun with Starks. He has 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. And let's see what he can do on this play. And he's going to pass. And, boy, did they get in that backfield quick. And that was a dangerous – there's a flag on the play. Roughing the passer.
We're going to get roughing the passer right there, Coach B, on number 44, who was Micah Gray. Micah Gray, Coach B, on there was a little too aggressive, came off the end, and hit the quarterback.
And that's big because you had 3rd and 4 incomplete pass.
And now you got a first down.
Right.
So I'm sure Logan's going to talk to him about that. But, you know, again, at the end of the day, there's no need to do that. You know, right now, you know, you're up 49-0, Coach B, right there. And again, you don't want to do anything that's going to turn or shift the tide.
Right. With 9 minutes and 53 seconds to go, 1st and 10, the ball is now spotted at the 41-yard line. And Hamill, boy, did they get in that backfield quick. He faked a run, and that D-end was in the backfield quick.
And, Coach B, what's happening right there, Coach B, is right now what you see happening is there's still some miscommunication there. The center got the ball off, and they weren't able to get the center off the way they needed to.
So you're looking now at 2nd down and 10 with 9 minutes and 47 seconds to go, and Etiwanda is ready to take the field. So let's see. So the ball is spotted at the 41-yard line. Hamill's in the shotgun, 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left, and he hands the ball off to Starks, and boy, they're getting in the backfield quick.
Yeah, and that's gonna Coach B again. One of the keys to the game, Coach B. How is the Eagles going to deal with Centennials? They're down 4. They're playing 4 down linemen. 4 that are actually, you know, in the 3-point stands, and the others, Coach B, are just coming in on the defensive end as, you know, at will, and they're causing huge problems, Coach B, because the lineman's having to back up. They're backing into the quarterback. The quarterback can't get his steps right when he throws. It's causing problems.
Right. So you're looking at 3rd and about 13. The ball is now spotted at about the 39-yard line. We'll see. Etiwanda, it was a timeout on the play. Etiwanda's on the sidelines, and we'll see what they can do when they can come out and do on this play.
And, Coach B, again, these are part of the growing pains when you want to grow your program. Coach Davis stepped out, said, hey, let's schedule these guys. He knew that he was bringing in one of the best teams in California.
Correct. In the nation.
In the nation, certainly.
So now Hamill, as we said, there's been a quarterback change. Hamill's out there. He is in the shotgun. He has Starks in the backfield with him, and he fakes. He's going up top, and he's going deep, and he's targeting Starks, and that was intercepted on that play by number 5, Isaiah Young.
And, Coach B, right now what we're seeing is Hamill just lost to that ball. I mean, he just put that ball out there. The ball did not have a lot of zip on it, and and it was very easy interception for number 5, Isaiah Young. But again, right there, Hamill was trying to get the quarterback, trying to get the ball out, but he's being pressured by Centennial's down lineman and causing a big problem.
So with 9 minutes and 29 seconds to go, it's the score of 49-0. Centennial is up in the game. So they get the ball, and they have the ball spotted now at their own 31-yard line. And Herrera fakes.
And the ball's out.
Fumble.
And the ball's out, Coach B.
On the play. That was a big shot by, who was that for Etiwanda? They came in and made that play.
And that's going to be number 99, Coach B, for them. Jefferson Tisdale. He's a junior, 279, Coach B. He's made 2 plays today, but that play jarred the ball loose.
He's still playing.
And folks are still on there trying to take some lunch money.
So it's second and 20 now. The ball is now spotted at about the 32-yard line with 8 minutes and 59 seconds to go. As we said, Centennial Huskies leads the Etiwanda Eagles to score 49-0, and it is a dive. So Etiwanda, their defense is showing up on this series. Not saying they haven't showed up all game, but they're coming to play right now. So you're looking at 3rd down. He picked up about, I'd say, maybe a yard on that play.
Right. It's going to be interesting to see what Coach Logan for the Centennial Huskies, how he decides to call the rest of this game going out right now with the lead the way it is at 49-0 in the second quarter, Coach B. We'll see what happens.
So the ball spotted at the 25. Herrera, he fakes the dive, and he's going over the top. And just like that, They needed 25
Oh.
yards, and he picked up about 30. And it was a quick out route. He faked the dive, Herrera. What a fake that was for Herrera. Faked the dive to Kinslow and went right over the top and hit his receiver.
Coach B, I know we weren't prepared for this kid Herrera, but his level of comfort in the pocket and the way he's able to fake, the way he's able to play out the play action, really carry it all the way out, Coach B, I've been thoroughly impressed by it. And it's caused problems for the Eagles tonight.
And that is a penalty on the play again for the Centennial Huskies on that play. And again, as we said, the score, yes, it's 49-0, but I know this is something that Coach Logan cannot be happy about with 8 minutes and 6 seconds to go. That was another penalty, so that now you're looking at 1st and 15. The ball is slided at the 42-yard line. And there you go, Kinslow. He gets right through that line of scrimmage. That wasn't Kinslow. That was number 4.
Octavio Cortez, Coach B. And again, it's a junior running back duo they have out there, Coach B.
Thunder and lightning.
Yes, it is, Coach B. And again, I mean, as you said, both of them are bruising running backs.
And they're back in shotgun trips, and they're going fast on that play. And again, they run a dive right off a tackle, and they needed 10 yards for the first down, and they got looked like that about 12 or 13 with 7 minutes and 34 seconds to go. They are back in business, and the ball is now spotted at Etiwanda's about 26, 27-yard line,
right.
And they're right back on the ball. And again, they're in the shotgun trip, 3 receivers to your left, you're running back, and there it is. There's another flag on that play. And for this to be the 3rd game of the season, I know that Coach Logan can't be happy about it.
Well, again, Coach B, like I said, on offense, I know he was probably prepared for that. You can see this is a very systematic offense, and they're used to that cadence, I'm sure, by Tanner McKee. So this is going to be their first week actually playing a full entire game without Tanner in the game. So they're going to go through some growing pains.
Shotgun trips again, and they hand it off to Octavio.
Oh.
And there he is. And boy, did he gashed him, and he picks up. He got just down to the end zone. Are they going to give? No, they did not signal the touchdown. The ball was at the 28-yard line. He went off tackle, and he picked up about 26 yards on that play.
Coach B,
in a flash.
I just saw the blocking scheme for the Centennial Huskies. Sometimes, Coach B, they're double-teaming guys to create a hole, and it's just causing problems.
And it's on the goal line. And did he get there?
No, he got hit, Coach B. Oh,
no, they gave it to him. They gave it to him. He only needed about a foot to go, and he got 2. So that was a touchdown. So now the score is 55-0 with 6 minutes and 55 seconds to go here at Etiwanda Eagle Stadium, and Centennial, they are locked in tonight.
Wow, Coach B. I mean, if you have another half like this, Coach B, that's 100 points.
Yes,
that's 100 points. I mean, so right now, obviously we know Coach Davis right now, and I'm sure he knew he was going to have a challenge, but he can't be happy right now. But again, this is an effort. His team is young. Centennial, we know, is all world. So at the end of the day, you just want your team to come out here and compete.
So that's the score, 56-0 with 6 minutes and 55 seconds to go. And when you think of 56 points, yes, that's 8 touchdowns.
Yes, it is, Coach B. And again, if you were here watching this game, it has been a sight to see the way that Centennial runs their offense. I mean, just fluid, Coach B, and they run it so fast, and they're so systematic about how they break you apart. It's something.
Right. I agree. So Centennial is ready to kick the ball off from their own 40-yard line. And as we said, their kicker, this guy has been amazing, Derek Valencia. He is a senior kicker, and he's kicking the ball from his own 40-yard line. You think about it, that end zone is 60 yards away.
He may be related to Janikowski.
And that is one heck of a kickoff. He kicks the ball off, and once again, nope, it is in the end zone. I would say that's a good 63-yard.
Coach, he has an old-school style of kicking the football as well. Very, very throwback in terms of, how the traditional kickers will kick the ball. But he has a foot on him, Coach B, and that thing, as soon as he kicks it, he could almost make a field goal.
Indeed, I agree. And you think about it, he's got to be good for at least a 45-yard field goal.
Yeah, exactly.
So with 6 minutes and 55 seconds to go, Etiwanda is coming back out on the field, and Hamill once again is your quarterback, so there's been a change. So Hamill's in the shotgun. He has Starks back there with him. He has 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. He's in the shotgun, and there was a little
that was a miscue right there, Coach B.
on that snap. bobbled the snap when it came out, so he lost about 5 yards on that play. So now you're in the hole already. So second down and about 15. So the ball is going to be spotted at about the 15-yard line.
One thing I've seen, Coach B, all night, and I even saw this a little bit last week, is they're still having a problem with the center quarterback with that snap.
So it was a quick play. That was starts in the backfield.
Right, and it looks like
he was getting tackled before he threw the ball.
Well, Coach B, again, you're able to do that if you're behind, if you're inside the line of scrimmage. You can do that. The thing about that, Coach B, what I noticed about that is he had to rush the screen. A screenplay takes time.
Mm-hmm.
He had to rush that because Hamill was being blitzed by two Huskies.
And that's so third and 15, and Hamill's going up top, and he was targeting Jordan Porter, and it looks like he's getting bumped. And I thought he got bumped on it, so there's a flag on the play, but that was a late flag, and it was. I thought the receiver was getting bumped, and it did get called.
He was being double teamed on the outside, and Coach B, again right here, and it's Centennial's been able to put up 56 points on them. But again, here's a chance right here where you start to work your offense. And to me, Coach B, you get that guy Bitterman involved. I've been impressed with number 80 for the Eagles. He's found himself to get open on those slant plays. Maybe you can let him catch the ball on a short route, and maybe he can extend the play.
So you're looking at 1st and 10. The ball's at the 30 now for the Etiwanda Eagles. Let's see what they can do with it. Again, Hamill's in the backfield, hands the ball off to Starks, and Starks tries to gets about to the line of scrimmage. It was a blast play right off of the tackle, and he got maybe to the line of scrimmage.
And Coach B, that was number 18 for the Centennial Huskies, Simeon Hall, linebacker, Coach B, and he came from his linebacker position. He read that from the words hut go.
And again, Hamill's in the backfield. He fakes the handoff, and he's going up. And let's see, and that receiver, he just ran a quick little out route, and that receiver, number 88, he was getting tackled before he had a chance to pull that in. That was Justin Rodriguez.
Yeah, Coach B, and right now Centennial, even though they're up 56-0 right now, Coach B, nobody's told the Huskies yet because they're playing physical football out here right now.
I agree. They're playing like it's the Pac-5 championship, and that's the thing you want to see. That's one thing Logan wants to see, intensity, regardless of
who you play. Right.
So 3rd and 10, the ball is spotted at the 30, and Hamill rose to his left. He has a man wide open. He had a man wide open and overthrew him, and that was to Jordan Porter. He would have crawled into the end zone. He was there, and it was there.
And it looked like he pulled up a little bit before, Coach B, because he didn't think the quarterback, again, tonight the quarterback hasn't been able to get a lot of time. But that time, Hamill was able to get outside, buy a little time, get the ball up, but unfortunately, they weren't able to connect on that one.
And there are going to be a couple of plays tonight. I'm sure that Coach Davis and his team, when they dissect the film, there are going to be some plays that they left on the table.
There's no question about that. There's meat on the bone, Coach B.
And with that, Etiwanda will punt the ball with 5 minutes and 38 seconds to go. The ball was spotted at their own 30-yard line. So they're going to kick that off, and that was a rough snap there as well. And number 20 is there. He calls for the fair catch out there for the Centennial Huskies. And number 20, that's going to be Nico Ross.
Right.
He's a senior wide receiver and DB for the Centennial Huskies. 10-10, what they like to call themselves, the Evil Empire.
10-10, Coach B. And again, I mean, as a Riverside native, Coach B, I've just seen this Huskies team just really blossom. Seeing them just come from, hey, this a dust tunnel in Corona, and all of a sudden they're a national power, Coach B. And they have came in here and just really kind of built on their dominance tonight.
And Herrera's in the backfield. He's in the gun. And I tell you, this running back that they have out here, he runs downhill. He's a violent runner, and that's going to be Thomas Kinslow. He is a violent runner.
Well, what happens is, Coach B, is when you're a running back, if I'm allowed, Coach B, to run 5 and 3 yards before I get hit, that's a compliment to your offensive line. And that's what the line is doing right now. The line is pushing Etiwanda back 3 and 4 yards per play. I mean, look at what number 75, Coach B, for the Huskies. Let's see here. We have number 75 for the Centennial Husky playing on the line. Kevin Brown, he's a senior, Coach B, and this kid is blocking 15 yards up the field, and that's what you want to see out of your offensive lineman.
So with 2nd and 5, they ran a dive play, and they picked up about 10 yards. So now you're looking at 1st and 10 from the 46. and Herrera keeps the ball, and it was a fake dive up the middle, and Herrera goes right to the outside, and Herrera is able to pick up about 13, 14 yards on that play.
And Coach B, again, you know, Herrera is seeing nothing but open green pastures because everybody's so focused on the highlight reel, a.k.a. Thomas Kinslow.
So 1st and 10, the ball is spotted at the 31-yard line. And just like that, they are in Etiwanda's territory, and they're knocking. And they fake the ball to Kinslow, and they're going up top to number 88. And that was a incomplete pass out there. So for Centennial, they targeted number 88, and that's going to be Aaron Smith. He's a sophomore wide receiver out there that they were targeting.
And that was Riley Chatto, Coach B, on the defense. Really good defense. I mean, as a corner, Coach B, that's what you want to see. You want to see that he's using his body, he has his space into the quarterback, and he's pushing that receiver to the out-of-bounds line.
So 2nd and 10, and I tell you, Kinslow, when he hits that hole, and that was a dive off a tackle, and he really hits that hole. And I'm impressed with
Coach B, we haven't seen a running back like that for Centennial in a long time, Coach B. Even with Trey Watson, he was a downhill guy, but still a bit of a finesse runner. And this kid right here is no nonsense, gets the ball, Coach B, and just takes care of business.
So once again, they fake it, and Herrera, and I get it. You have to look to see if Kinslow's going to get the ball.
Right.
So it was a fake dive, and Herrera goes to the outside, and just like that, you have another first down. And Herrera has to be feeling really good about himself. Now you have 1st and 10. The ball is now going to be spotted at the Etiwanda 20-yard line. Kinslow Kinslow and Herrera are in the backfield, 2 to your left, 2 to your right, and let's see what they're going to do.
And he pulls it out, Coach B.
He fakes the dive, goes over the top, and a good knockdown for Etiwanda by number 4 to break up that play, Cameron Ward.
And Cameron Ward, Coach B, really good. I mean, again, because that's a very difficult play. That's like a poster out right there, Coach B, almost from the slot position. And again, really, this quarterback has been impressive. He really goes all the way with that motion on the play action.
So 2nd and 10 on that play, and there is a false start on the play. And like you said, it probably goes back to the cadence with 3 minutes and 39 seconds to go here coming to you live from Eagle Stadium located on the campus of Etiwanda High School in Rancho, Cucamonga. That is another penalty against the Centennial Huskies. And like you said, they're used to Tanner McKee. And they have to get used to this pace. So you're looking now at 2nd and 5. The ball's at the 25-yard line. And Herrera's in the shotgun. He fakes to Kinslow, and he goes over the top. And it was there. It was there on that play that he targeted. And it wasn't able to pull that in. It looks like that was number 20 for the Centennial Huskies.
And that's going to be Nico Ross, Coach B. He's a senior as well for the Huskies. And again, Coach B, he was there. He was open. However, the Etiwanda Eagles defender was able to get his hands in there and really knock the ball out at the last minute for an incomplete pass.
Indeed. So now you're looking at 3rd and did they get them to jump? It gives it to Kinslow. They needed about 15 yards, and Kinslow, I'm sure he got that.
Coach B, I just saw number 75 of the Centennial Huskies. He pulled Kinslow for 5 more yards. My goodness.
So
that guy's massive.
So now you're looking at 4th down, and I don't see a change. I don't see the kicker coming out. And you still have Herrera and Kinslow in the backfield. The way he's running the ball, who can blame him? And they handed off. They stopped him. It depends on the spot.
And, Coach B, that was Roscoe Shells Price, Coach B. The Week 1 defensive player of the game has 2 last names because he can play he really plays really good on the defensive end. Or a linebacker spot. I'm not sure which one he played, Coach B, but my goodness, he's an intense player and made the tackle for the loss. Turnover on down.
That's a positive for the Etiwanda Eagles, even though the score is 56-6 with the visiting Corona Centennial Huskies leading over Etiwanda. You can take what you can. You take what you can.
Yes,
get.
Hey, Coach B, let me tell you something. You take whatever you can get tonight.
So Hamill's coming back out on the field with 2 minutes and 59 seconds to go here in the 2nd quarter. We'll see what Etiwanda can do. He's in the shotgun. There's a change at running back. Still 3 receivers to his left, and he hands it off. We have a nice little run. Let's see. He has 1 man to beat. He picked up about 30 yards on that play. And that looks like that's number 20.
That's number 20 for the Etiwanda Eagles. Khalil Jackson, a junior, Coach B. They only have him listed as 124 pounds. But my goodness, he's a dynamite stick, Coach B.
Yes, he was. So now you're looking at 1st and 10. The ball is at their own 37-yard line. Hamill's in the backfield. He's rolling to his left, and let's see what he's going to go. Did he hit?
Yes, he got him. He got him.
And that's number 11.
And what I like now what they're doing, Coach B, with Hamill, is they're rolling him out. They got to get him away from the pressure. I mean, Centennial has been able to apply so much pressure to the quarterback. He hasn't been comfortable, but now Hamill rolling out seems a bit more comfortable throwing the ball on the run, Coach B.
McKeely Williams on that. Malachi Williams on that catch, number 11. Hands it off again to number 20. It looks like he got back to about the line of scrimmage for your Etiwanda Eagles, and that's Caleb Jackson.
And right now, Coach B, as you mentioned, and as you were alluding to, any and every positive you get right here is something you want to build upon.
So now we got 1st and 10. You have Hamill in the backfield, and that looks like a nice little screen.
Oh.
But boy, did they sniff that out. They got the front for Centennial to get into the backfield, but the linebacker was sitting there and waiting.
And Coach
what a tackle.
Cameron Pritchard, again for the Etiwanda Eagles, Coach B. And this kid, Coach B, last week against IMG Academy, Coach B, 19 tackles. Has 19 tackles, on the season, Coach B, but was able to, he's one of the dominant tacklers for Centennial Huskies, and we're able to see why that's happening tonight.
So 1 minute and 34 seconds to go. Etiwanda will be forced to punt the ball away on this play. So the ball was at their 46-yard line, and they will punt that away. So let's see what we got. And that's going to be a fair catch on that play. So while we have a break in the action, Etiwanda Eagles football wants to thank their sponsors. You have Patterson Real Estate Group, a part of the nationwide real estate executive, Steve Patterson. Give them a call at 909-904-3090. You have Tough Shed Ontario, solving backyard and business storage needs since 1981. The Poke Spa, Eat, Drink, Live Healthy, located at 8998 East Foothill in Rancho, Cucamonga. So on that play, they're still throwing, they're still slinging it, and on that play, Herrera hits number 80, and he's got 1 minute to beat. He catches him. So that's number 80 for Centennial, and that's going to be Sebastian.
On the tackle, Coach B, was Malachi. Coach B for Malachi Williams.
Oh, they're running fast.
And they're going fast.
Herrera, they're trying to get into that end zone before the end of the
wow.
They're going in their two-minute drill, and Herrera's still in the backfield. They're getting back on that line of scrimmage quick. And
you can see Coach B right now what Coach Logan is doing. He's working on situation football, and they're just building on it, Coach B.
2nd and 1, the ball is about the 20-yard line. Hands it off
great
to
catch.
number 4, and that's going to be Octavio Cork.
And Coach B, what a tackle by number 20. I've been impressed by this kid for the last couple of weeks. Roscoe Shields Prince. And this kid can play. And it looks like it's going to be another false start.
On Centennial. Once again, we want to thank the Army National Guard, 130-plus jobs, one mission. Independent Iron, located in San Bernardino. They've been in business for 12 years with over 30 years of experience in the structural steel industry. Far West Contractors, a full-service contracting firm located in Santa Ana. And they're going up top. Herrera was going up top. He tried to hit his man, so if we're looking at it was 1st and 15. The ball is spotted at about the 21-yard line. And finally, the Hat, world-famous pastrami since 1951, locations in greater L.A. area, Rancho, Cucamonga, Upland, and now Marietta.
And, Coach B, hopefully the Hat has a veggie pastrami substitute.
They do not. There. So you're looking at 2nd and 15. The ball is about the 21-yard line.
And
Herrera's going. He's going up.
Oh,
what a nice breakup on that play. He had a man in the end zone.
And, what I've seen for number 13 today, he's been physical on the pass. And in that time, although the ball was in the air for quite some time, number 13 for the Huskies, Riley Chatto, was able to get a hand in there and physically brought that Husky down.
So 3rd and 15, let's see what Centennial can do. He fakes the dive, and he's going back, and that's got to be interference.
No, Coach B, because the receiver was moving right there, and he moved right into the defender.
Good catch. Good catch. No call on the play. So you're looking at 4th down. The ball's at the 21-yard line. And I want to see this young man has kicked the ball. Their kicker, Derek Valencia, has kicked the ball so far on kickoffs. This should be a chip shot for him.
And, Coach B, let me ask you that. Is that what you do, Coach B? I mean, with your thought process, 56. But, again, obviously they're still working on some things game plan-wise.
You go ahead and kick the field goal. You're looking at it with 4th and 15. The ball is spotted at the 21-yard line. You definitely want to go for that field goal.
Roughly about a 35-yard field goal, and that's good.
Like we said, that was a chip shot.
Yeah.
For Derek Valencia. He's a great-looking kicker.
And, Coach B, he kicked that with distance.
He still had another 15 and 20 yards in that field goal.
Hey, Coach B, let me tell you something. And for what's Corona Centennial, for what their goals are, Coach B, you need a kicker. A good kicker. I'm sure Logan almost probably personally went out there and said, hey, find us a kicker. And they have one.
Indeed. So now we're looking at...
And that's going to be halftime.
It is halftime for Centennial. And I'll tell you right now, the Centennial Huskies have come to play tonight after the disappointment last week. They've come to play.
And, Coach B, as you mentioned, they really have also what we want to make sure we give you guys on our halftime. So as we're going to make sure we get you guys the scores, you guys know that you can always log on to iesportsnet.com. Again, that's iesportsnet.com. We give you real-time scores right there, Coach B. So again, you make sure that you guys stay tuned for us for the Inland Empire Fox Sports 1350 halftime show right here with Coach B and myself.
So you're listening to Fox Sports 1350 Game of the Week with Coach B.
Andy Turner. When it comes to Inland Empire Sports, you know the conversation starts and stops here, live on Fox Sports 1350.
So one of the things that is interesting when you think about it, this game, when Centennial, when they came to town, they came really to play, and they were looking to rebound from last year.
Right, no doubt about it, Coach B. And again, what you see is, and some people may not understand where Coach Logan is coming from. But right now, he's working. He is prepping his team for games that are going to be coming. So he's working on them for situational things that the Huskies may encounter in this huge season they have right now, because they came up short last year, Coach B. But you see the Huskies are in really prime position right now, Coach B, setting off this game 56-0. Coach B almost scored 30 points in the first quarter, Coach B.
Indeed. And when you look at it, like you said, the Centennial Huskies, they play in a very competitive division. When you think about it, Centennial is ranked number 3 in the state. And the teams that are ranked 1 and 2 play in their division.
Right.
Bosco and Modern Day.
Right.
So these are things when you look at it, and we know there have been some penalties on the Centennial Huskies because, like you said, you made a great point. They're used to the cadence of another quarterback, so they're getting adjusted to playing to Herrera because their all-world quarterback is out of this game. And like I was saying before the broadcast, I was talking to some people who were chatting in the press box. Name a college, and McKinley's probably got an offer there.
Tanner McKee is looked at.
I'm sorry, McKee.
Yeah, Tanner McKee is definitely he has all the intangibles. He's a big kid. He's at least 6'4", 6'5", Coach B.
They list him at 6'6".
Yeah, well, there it is there. See how I was off. He's a very, tall kid, has a shotgun arm, Coach B, and he is somebody, Coach B, that you have to game plan for. And when I talked to Logan, when I talked to Coach Davis was preparing as if Tanner McKee would be in the game, but again, he was not. But what I've been impressed by ultimately this evening, Coach B, is the presence that we've seen by this quarterback who's come in here tonight, and that is Arturo Herrera, senior quarterback, Coach B, very, very poised in the pocket, doesn't get rattled. Maybe it's because he hasn't gotten hit a lot tonight, but he's been very poised. The thing that he's been really doing has been the most impressive is carrying out the play action all the way. And there's been some times, Coach B, where he's pulled out the ball on the play action play, and he's been able to run forever, Coach B. So it's been something.
Indeed, they have. And when you look at if I'm Pereira, I would feel confident if I knew I had the running back Kinslow, and then you have Cortez behind you.
Right.
And like I said, when they get the ball, they're running with bad intentions. They're running very violently when they come out there. But as you said, when you're hitting the hole, and it's not till you get to the second level that you're getting touched, that's a great confidence that you have.
Right.
When you're running that. And you said one of the keys to the game to you that you felt is Etiwanda had to try to slow down this offense. But as you can see, when you're looking at the game, they really haven't had a chance to slow them down much tonight.
Right, and field position. Field position has been key tonight. Centennial has been able to really get the ball in key field position points. They've been able to get the ball on their side of the field, Coach B, for the majority of their possession. And for a team like Centennial, if you only allow them, or if they only have to go 40 and 50 yards to score a touchdown, it could be a long night, and you're seeing that transpire right here in the first half.
And one of the things that we talked about, and this is one of the things that kind of hammered Etiwanda last week when they played Redlands East Valley. One of the problems they have is they have to stop that run when they're going off tackle. Exactly,
Coach B. And stopping the run, period, is something that the Eagles, I'm sure, are working on. And one of the things it's funny, we're here in the booth, and I can already see the Centennial. Centennial may have the best state-of-the-art technology. We've seen them at modern-day games against Bosco, and they have better technology than Bosco. So Centennial is out here. When they come out, they roll out, Coach B, and they really roll out. But, again, in terms of the Eagles, the stopping the run is going to be something they're going to really need to work on. And again, it comes down to game planning and tackling, Coach B. And right now they haven't really been the Eagles collectively have not really been sold into that game plan. And, unfortunately, they've struggled on tackling as well.
And that's one of the things when you think about game plan. It's difficult for any team to prepare for Etiwanda because when you're practicing, it's usually the first offense goes against the second defense and vice versa. And it's difficult to prepare for that speed.
Oh, yeah.
It's not until you get out there and you see that you have a defensive end that's just as fast as your running back.
Well, and Coach B, it's that coupled with the size.
Right.
When I came in, I walked in tonight, I walked right past the locker room, the visiting locker room where Centennial was setting up. And one of the things that I noticed was the size was significant. The size was significantly different. You can really see the size of Centennial was causing some problems. And again, these guys are big. And as you alluded to, Coach B, not only are they big, Coach B, they're big and fast, and they're creating. And again, you want to get some timing, and they've been disrupting Etiwanda's timing all night.
Right, I agree. So with that, we know that Coach Davis, and it's unique because Coach Davis is up in the press box calling the games from up here.
Yes.
And I'm sure there are things that he can see. And like you said, you can see when they're running, they're double teaming.
Yes.
And those are some of the things I'm sure that Coach Davis is in the room right now talking to his team about the adjustments that need to be made. But I'll tell you right now, when Hamill came in, they made the adjustment at quarterback, they were making some positive plays. And then they came in and they had an adjustment at the running back position where they had Caleb Jackson. He's a junior running back. They got some good runs with him, and then Malachi had a nice catch with them right before they went into the halftime. So they have some things. And like we said, there were a couple of times where they tried to hit Jordan Porter deep, and they just overthrew him. There were some plays that Etiwanda's left on the table. We know the score doesn't reflect it. It's 59-0. Centennial, the visiting Centennial Huskies are up. But there are some plays that Etiwanda's left on the table.
And I know it must be extremely frustrating for a player like Jordan Porter when you come off a record-setting game last week. You're not far removed from that record-setting game, and you're not able to really get anything going because they're game planning for you. Ultimately, that's what you're seeing tonight. You're seeing them getting to being game plan. So, Coach. But again, like I said, Coach B, we're coming into the second half. What would you say was one of the keys? What would you? Excuse me, sorry about that. We're here in the booth. There's a lot of moving pieces. Etiwanda's all-world. Their color guard and band is out there.
They call it the mirror. They call them the marching Eagle regime.
Yeah, now if you're called a regime, Coach B, you know you're legit. But they got the halftime show going right now. But Coach, what was one of your keys to the first half for the Eagles that you think maybe they need to work on that they did well?
I would say on a game like this, and I know it's difficult to do, you don't look at the scoreboard. You have to do what got you here.
Right.
Do not abandon the run.
Right.
Continue to run the ball. Continue to chip away at it. Because with the score of 59-0, with this game, the possibilities, you have to continue to win or lose. You have to continue to play your game. And the thing about it, and this is the confidence you can have, and this is the good thing about it, when you go into the baseline league, which is one of the most difficult leagues in the entire southern section, when you go into the baseline league, you can say, hey, this worked against Centennial. This class play, this run play, or this or that, and you can sell that to your players and say,
right,
as long as we stick to the game plan, we should be okay when we hit baseline.
And that's a good point, Coach B. And again, which is why, as you were mentioning, you don't evade from the initial game plan. And again, that's difficult. That's going to be a task for the Etiwanda Eagles coaching staff to get into their heads, because these kids are young, they're inexperienced, and as you and I both know, their eyes are locked dead fast to that scoreboard up there. And again, it takes some adjusting. But I know right now what folks want to hear, as we mentioned, you guys can always take a visit to IE Sportsnet for up-to-the-minute scores. I want to give you guys a halftime, the scores right now that are going on right now in the Inland Empire. Coach B, let's go ahead and start off with the first one. It looks like right here we have Kaiser up big over the Lacanda Spartans, 55-0, Coach B. Who we have next?
So we have Victor Valley. Victor Valley is locked in with Hesperia. They have a score of 24-10 in the third quarter.
And then we have right now, Coach B, Carter really, really struggling this year, down 14-0 to the San Jacinto Tigers.
And then you had Shadow Hills Knights against the Tequet Titans, 0-0 in the third quarter.
And then we have coming in, Coach B, we have the Carnegie Wolverines. And right now, Coach B, they're in a fight right now with Tri-City Christian, 8-16. Tri-City Christian is up on them right now.
And the battle of Rancho Cucamonga, the Los Osos Grizzlies down 6-12 against the Alta Loma Braves, and that's a big game for Alta Loma. Alta Loma is sometimes the forgotten school in the city of Rancho Cucamonga. And
another school, Coach B, that we had in the studio, Arroyo Valley, had him in the studio, had a tough game for Thursday night last week, and they're coming in right now struggling 28-0 against the Colton Yellow Jackets.
And then you have the Riverside Poly Bears down 12-20 against Bonita.
Yes, Coach B. And then our high school game of the week, Centennial Huskies, we're covering right now, 59-0 over the Etiwanda Eagles. Then we have Hillcrest Trojans right now, Coach B, in a very competitive game, 21-12 with the versus the Chino Cowboys.
And then you have one more score. And as we said, you can go to IESportsnet.com if you want to get the scores. And Citrus Hills, all they do is win. They're up 21-2 over El Camino Wildcats.
Yes, indeed. And Coach B, then we have the Damon Spartans, 20-6, up right now over the Claremont Wolfpack. And then right now, Coach B, as we mentioned, another game is happening. It looks like in the city of Corona, Coach B. We have the Corona Panthers taking on the Heritage Patriots. What's going on in that game?
So the Heritage is up 42-0 over Corona. That's a tough game there.
Very tough game, Coach B. And then we have right now Coachella Valley up 14-7 over the North Huskies.
And you have Ganesha. It looks like they're going to go up 3-zip. They're up 18-7 over the Haruka Valley Jaguars. And we had Ganesha.
We had the Giants
3 years in a row.
Yes.
And like we said, Coach Kerr, he said this is going to be a good year for him.
And Coach B, and it's starting to, sometimes it takes some time. But that's the great thing about doing this show, Coach B, because we've seen some people transition. Some other scores we got to get to right now. Rancho Verde, who 2-0 right now, people had a lot of high expectations. They're loaded on offense. That's really some studs out there, but they're struggling right now at the half, 6-21 over the Burrows.
And then you have Summit up 18-12 over San Gorgonio, and that'll be a good thing for Summit. And if you ever want to get the scores, just go ahead and go to IESportsnet.com. And if you don't have anything else to do on a Saturday morning, go ahead and and this is great. We're sitting here looking down on the field. You have Etiwanda Eagle Cheer and Centennial Cheer. They're out dancing together. That's real good. That's great sportsmanship. But if you don't have anything else to do on Saturday morning, or if you want something really good to do, go ahead and give us a listen at 8 in the morning every Saturday morning. Tune into Fox Sports 1350. If you can't listen to us live, go to youtube.com/IESportsNet. Subscribe, and we always put the podcast up on the website. And additionally, this game will be podcast as well.
And Coach B, another couple of quick scores I wanted to get to. The Marietta Nighthawks, who are in the IE Sportsnet 11-man top 10 poll, right now they're up in a very close game at the half. Marietta Nighthawks 28, Cajon Cowboys 26. And then another big game taking place right now. The Servite Fairs are Friars. Interesting. Friars. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, like the Pan Friars. Gotcha.
Yes.
The Servite Pan Friars are up 24-14 against the Roosevelt Mustangs. The Roosevelt Mustangs, Coach B, a new coach. They're trying to get the ball rolling, trying to get some things figured out over there.
So that's, and as we said, if you want to get the scores, always log on to IESportsNet.com. It's available on your mobile device as well as your website. We can always get the scores right there on the internet. So a great way to get your scores.
A couple other quick scores we have to get to. Because we had this team last week, Coach B, the Coach Brewer Rev Wildcats. Now, they beat Etiwanda, Coach B, a baseline team. They beat them last week in a very competitive game, but right now they are struggling against the Upland Highlanders 33-13. So that kind of tells you, Coach B, where Upland is right now in the game as well. Very, very competitive Upland team, and we're going to see them here soon.
Indeed, I agree. And while we have a moment and we have a quick break in the action, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and say Etiwanda Eagles football wants to thank their sponsors, because without them, this high school sport on Fox Sports Radio would not be possible.
Yes, indeed.
So we want to go ahead and thank the Patterson Real Estate Group, a part of Nationwide Real Estate Executives. Give Steve Patterson a call at 909-904-3090. You have Tub Shed, Ontario, solving backyard and business storage needs since 1981. The Poking Spot, Eat, Drink, Live Healthy, located at 8998 East Foothill Boulevard in Rancho, Cucamonga. You have the Army National Guard, 130-plus jobs, one mission. Independent Iron, located in San Bernardino, has been in business for over 12 years with over 30 years of experience in the structural steel industry. Far West Contractors, a full-service contracting firm located in Santa Ana. And finally, The Hat, the world-famous pastrami since 1951, located in the greater Los Angeles area, Rancho, Cucamonga, Upland, and now Marietta. So I've got to get a chance, and I get a chance, I definitely want to get some of that pastrami.
And we know you're a foodie, Coach B, so I know it don't take much for you. I know you probably smell the pastrami right now.
Yes, indeed. So we got to go out there, and like I said, what I'll do is I'll tell you this: I'll go to The Hat, and I'll take my family. We'll enjoy a nice meal. I'll bring you a napkin, and I'll tell you if they have something for a vegetarian like yourself.
Yes, please do so.
So we have just about a little bit over a minute or two before we get back under the way. You have the Huskies back on the field. They're about to run through their tape. Their hashtag is #HuskiesStrong. They're a band of brothers. So they are coming out here, and they have the feel of a home game for them. And they're you can't blame them.
Yes, no, indeed. And right now, Coach B, again, right now as this one of the keys to the second half for the Coach Davis-led Etiwanda Eagles. Again, as we mentioned, we can't say it enough. Stick to the game plan and work your magic.
I agree. And that's what we said. When you say keys to the game, continue to do what got you. Don't abandon the run. Don't look at the scoreboard. Just continue to play for the next week. This game's important, but it's not that important because it's not a league game. It's not a conference game.
Right. And, and right now, Coach B, and again, we know we've been young. It's easier said than done. These kids put it all on the line. They've worked the tail off all week. I'm sure Coach Davis and his coaching staff are laying the hat on them. And right now, for you to come out to the half and be down, it's difficult. It's difficult on the psyche. But right now, here's what the coaching staff for the Etiwanda Eagles gets a chance to really come in here, get these kids fired up, and get them to really start thinking about making a play.
And that's the thing about it. When you think of Etiwanda Eagles football, you think of Coach Davis. The man's got pride because he's an Etiwanda Eagle himself. He's
right.
an alumni and graduated. And he'll coach these kids up. And I'm sure within that halftime, I would love to be a fly on the wall. But I'm sure he's got these kids locked in.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure we'd have to probably edit some things because, again, I know it's a tough night. It's a tough night. And I know, and you're competitive out there. And it looks like, Coach B, I do see a Coach Davis sighting on the sideline.
Okay. So now we have the Centennial Huskies. They're going to kick the ball. They got the ball off to start the game. So Centennial will be kicking the ball off. So as we wait for action with 12 minutes in the game, you have Centennial kicking the ball off from their own 40, scores 59-0. Centennial, visiting Centennial Huskies are up. And again, the ball goes to the end zone.
And there is a little tip drill going on right there by the upbacks, but was warded out.
So we are live from the Etiwanda Eagles Stadium located on the campus of Etiwanda High School in Rancho, Cucamonga.
And Coach B, we got to talk about the ambiance here. The 210 freeway right to our left, Coach B. The 15.
Still see the lovely traffic out there.
Oh yeah. For folks trying to head up to the high desert, we can see you.
And we're underway. So you have McDonald is back in the backfield. He hands the ball off. And, the running back got loose, so let's see what he can get. He's 5 yards, 10 yards. He got a couple of people to beat.
Wow.
He's got about a 30-yard run. It looks like he got hit out of bounds.
Yeah, there's a flag. There's a flag there. And that's going to be, Coach B, that's going to be a 65-yard pickup with the penalty included because he was able to scamper for 40 yards, Coach B. And what I'm impressed by, little number 20, junior Khalil Jackson, Coach B, did not go down on the first 2 tackles. Got hit really, really hard, but got himself together, kept his feet going, kept a low center of gravity, Coach B, and scampered for 40 yards up the field.
So it was 1st and 10 from their own 20, and that was a spot foul. So he drove the ball all the way to Centennial's 40, and now when you add in the personal foul, now the ball is pushed up all the way to the about the 26-yard line. So this is the best field position by far Etiwanda's had all night. And let's see what they can do with it. And it's a quick little out route. Is that Jordan Porter?
That's Jordan Porter right there.
There you go. Picked up about 5 yards. So at worst, Etiwanda's in field goal range.
Right. Well, Coach B, right here is a very tricky spot right here, Coach B, because you want to make a positive play. You don't want to take a sack right here, Coach B, and you definitely don't want to throw a pick.
So the ball is now, again, it's at Centennial's about 22-yard lines. It was a dive play, and they stopped that quick. They sniffed that out quick.
Excuse me, Coach B, another high snap. And, again, what happens, the reason why the high snaps are significant, because the quarterback now has to waste valuable time trying to just handle the football instead of getting the football in motion and able to either hand the ball off or get the ball off on the pass.
3rd and 7, the ball is at about the 25-yard line. You have McDonald in the shotgun. He has 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. He fakes the handoff. He's going up. He's going up in there. He's targeting 80, and it looked like there was a lot of jostling on that play, but there is no call on the play. So you're looking at 3rd. It's going to be 4th and 7. From about the 25-yard line, and I do not see the kicker coming out.
And, Coach B, that was a great defensive play by number 21, Dominic Evans Jr. for Centennial. Playing against a much taller receiver, did exactly what you're coached to do. Keep your position, keep your face into the quarterback, Coach B, and try to box the receiver out to the out-of-bounds line.
So 4th and 7, the ball at the 25-yard line. They're going to go for it, and they're putting it up in the air. And let's see. And that was almost intercepted on that play, but there will be a turnover on downs.
And Coach B, they don't bring out the kicker there. They're trying to get to 7 points. And again, it looks like that was thrown into double coverage, but the receiver tried to make a play on the ball. But again, there was 2 defenders over there, and they're ready to go.
I agree. So now there's going to be a turnover on downs. The ball will be at Centennial's own 25-yard line with 7 minutes and 52 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. As we said, we're coming to you from Eagle Stadium, located on the campus of Etiwanda High School in the city of Rancho, Cucamonga, at the Fox Sports 1350 Game of the Week. So Herrera's still out there. He's in the shotgun, hands the ball off. Is that Herrera?
No,
that's
that looks like that's number 16, Michael Velasco.
He is a junior. You're correct.
Velasco, excuse me.
Michael Velasco. There was an adjustment at quarterback. He kept the ball on the keeper, and it looks like he picked up about 3 yards. So you're looking at 2nd down and about 8. The ball is spotted at about the 26, 27-yard line. So he's in the shotgun.
And he has to be a JV, with all due respect, a JV running quarterback, Coach, because he's not even on the top 3 quarterback list. So they go 3 quarterbacks deep in terms of Centennial, at least listed here. But it looks like Mr. Velasco is a alternative quarterback here. Also plays kicker.
So you're looking at 3rd down and about 5. He hands the ball off, and it looks like there's a change at the running backs as well. That was a dive off tackle by number 36 for Centennial.
And that's going to be number 36 for Centennial, Coach B.
Nicholas Floyd.
And Mr. Floyd, Coach B, is only a sophomore. So they're letting their younger guys get some time, get a chance to play on the main stage. It's Friday Night Lights here right here on Fox Sports 1350.
And look at
what
that.
A move.
And it was a quarterback keeper, and boy, did he make a move on that play. And that was number 16. That was Michael Velasco. And what a play. Quarterback keeper, he needed 2 yards. He picked up about 30.
And Coach B, he did a move on there, Coach B. Again, got a low center of gravity. The tackler went high, and he was able to bob and weave under him and scamper for a 15-yard gain on that.
So 1st and 10, and again, they're in that shotgun, 3 receivers to your left, and quarterback and your running back in the backfield. Hands it off to number 36, a sophomore, and what a run for number 36 for Centennial. Again, that's going to be Nicholas Floyd, and they didn't lose anything at all. He looks like Kinslow on that run.
Coach B, very physical. I mean, at a sophomore running the football like that, Centennial has a tent full of running backs over there, Coach B, on the Husky sideline.
And once again, we have them in the shotgun.
And he kept it.
He kept it on that play, and he's still going. He picked up.
Wow.
He picked up a touchdown.
Coach
that was
B.
A 30-yard quarterback keeper.
Coach B, Mr. Velasco, if somebody recorded that on a highlight reel, he can go D1 tonight. Did you see those moves on that, Coach B? My goodness, what a quarterback.
And that just shows you how deep the Centennial Huskies team is.
They don't even have him listed on there. That just lets you know, Coach. I'm saying in terms of the quarterbacks.
So that is an extra point that is up and is good.
Wow. Take Centennial up 66-0. And Coach Davis is talking to a couple of the players there because there were some missed tackles. Definitely some missed tackles, but some really spectacular moves by the Centennial backup quarterback.
So with 4 minutes and 17 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, it is now a score of 66-0 for the Centennial Huskies. And the one thing about it, this is the 2nd, 3rd string that's out there playing. So, and this is the one thing when you said with Coach Davis going out there and he had words with some of the players, you got to continue to play the game, regardless of what the score is. You've got to continue to play the game.
And, Coach B, one of the big things about it is you have to build on this. And, again, as a player, it's difficult to grasp and digest this. But for Coach Davis and his coaching staff, these are teachable moments.
I agree. This is when you see who wants to play.
Right.
So with 3 minutes and 37 seconds to go, Centennial will go ahead and kick the ball off, and this may be a running clock.
I think it, yeah, with the score the way it is, I would assume so, Coach B.
So Valencia kicks the ball off, and is it me or is he kicking the ball further as the game goes on?
Coach B, it's this again. Centennial has a secret weapon. I didn't see this last year, and they struggled with kicking.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I know. So again, this kind of shows you the depth of what you're seeing with Coach Logan and his coaching staff. Really trying to figure out, hey, why did we lose some crucial games last year? And they went out and got a really seasoned and excellent foot.
So Hamill's in the backfield.
Ooh.
Oh wow! And it was a handoff, and the running back he got met in the backfield the minute he gave the ball off.
There's at least about 4 Huskies in there, and they're still really fired up, Coach B, on that line there. And it was the number 74 was one of the leading the charge for the Huskies, and they were right there making a tackle in the backfield.
And Caleb Jackson had that run. And again, you have Hamill in the backfield, and he's throwing a quick little slant. Did they catch it?
Yes, he
caught
did.
it. And on that last play, you lost about 5, so they picked up about 6 or 7 yards on that play. So now you're looking at third and manageable. So you're looking at third and about 5.
And that's number 87, Nick Kelsley, senior wide receiver on the catch there. Great catch for a first down.
With 2 minutes and 7 seconds to go. You're looking at third and 6 now for Etiwanda, and Hamill is slinging, but on that play, the receiver to catch it had to go down to the ground. So I would assume they're going to get you have the kicker running out right now.
Yeah, and right there, Coach B, again, it's difficult because Centennial put so much pressure on you up front that you just have to get the ball off earlier than you want to. So it doesn't really give the chance of receivers much time to really go out there and run the routes they're supposed to.
So 1 minute and 30 seconds to go. Etiwanda with the ball at their own 23.
Nobody back either.
They will kick the ball, and that's a good thing. Are they going to come? They're coming. They are coming, and no one's back, like you said. So the ball bounces at the 50, down to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, dribbles down to about the 28-yard line.
Definitely took an Etiwanda bounce for the first time in the football game.
Right.
In terms of kicking,
because no one was there to field it. So that may have something to do with it. So Centennial will come out on the field, and they'll be at Etiwanda's 28-yard line, 1st and 10 with 55 seconds to go. And like you said, it is definitely a running clock because that was a tremendously quick third quarter.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Coach B. But like we said, we'll take the small victories here. And again, I know Coach Davis is really looking forward to looking at this tape and trying to figure out what he could do different.
Michael Velasquez in the backfield. It looked like a busted play. He tried to hand it off to his running back, and no one was there. And there is
another flag.
So it looks like that may have been a late hit.
Yeah, well, and again, Coach B, they're pushing the envelope here. And they're still playing physical football, Coach B. There's still time on the clock, and the clock is still existing. Not fourth quarter yet. And they're playing hard. It looks like they're playing just a little too aggressive on the sidelines.
Right. So that is going to take us to the end of the third quarter. So after 3 quarters, the score is 66-0. The visiting Centennial Huskies lead the home Etiwanda Eagles. As we said, we are live from Etiwanda Eagle Stadium, located on the campus of Etiwanda High School.
And again, Coach B, we're talking about right now, again, we're getting a treat. And I know it's difficult to see that, but we're getting a treat tonight. We're seeing some of the best football, one of the best football teams in the nation, Coach B, play
for a long time. They've been one of the best programs. This is one of the things. They are the bar. In
no
the
question.
Empire, they are definitely the bar.
Well, Southern California is the bar right now, Coach B. I mean, they've shown a certain level of dominance, gone to state. Been very dominant. Coach B, when you and I first started doing our program on Fox Sports 1350, we talked about that. Etiwanda taking that, Centennial taking on that new schedule and playing those teams. And you and I, we conversed about that, and we both had different opinions. But we're starting to see now Etiwanda trying to make that transition now in terms of playing these higher caliber football games.
And then once again, you have Centennial. They've got the ball. The fourth quarter, 11 minutes and 50 seconds to go. And once again, you have the quarterback out there, Michael Velasquez. And it's a dive up the middle. And Etiwanda is making a stop, which is good. That's really good for them.
Yes, and that was number 50, Alec Okuno.
Indeed. So, once again, you're listening to the Fox Sports 1350 Game of the Week with Coach B.
Andy Turner. When it comes to Inland Empire Sports, you know the conversation starts and stops here live on Fox Sports 1350.
So you're looking at second 10. The ball is spotted at the 40-yard line.
Look
Good
at those
tackle
feet
right there. But that was number 30 for Centennial, and that's going to be
that's DeJohn Harrison, Coach B, a senior linebacker. And that just kind of shows you right there. They're letting Centennial's letting some of the players get some experiences out there, getting some burn, and we're seeing that happen for these guys out here. In a very tough game for the Eagles.
Michael Valaco is in the shotgun. He has two receivers to his left, two to his right. And he keeps it. It is a keeper. And Valaco, he had a nice 30-yard run last time, and he likes the feel of running that ball.
Excellent feet, really good presence of mind. It can make moves on the fly. And again, Coach, be not scared to take a hit. And he's causing some problems for the Eagles early in the fourth quarter with the running clock. 4th and 1, as the ball is at the 48-yard line, and Centennial's going to go for it. And they hand it off. If Valaco keeps it, and with him picking up 6-7 yards a run, I would keep it as well. And he's doing a good job of firing up the Centennial Huskies sideline. They're all giving them high fives over there for keeping it going. You know, in these games, you still want to see your players out there pushing the envelope. So I'm sure Coach Logan and his coaching staff is happy that the players are still putting it out there. 1st and 10, the ball is spotted and now they're at Etiwanda's 48-yard line. Valaco's in the backfield. He hands the ball off this time, and he hands the ball off once again. That's number 30. That's going to be DeJohn Harris. And Mr. Harrison, Coach B, again, is another capable running back. Like I said, they got a tent full of them over there, and now they're going to bring in number 36, Coach B, for them, which is going to be Mr. Nicholas Floyd, sophomore running back. And, again, Floyd doesn't fall off at all. Really, really good running back for Centennial Huskies. With 9 minutes and 27 seconds to go, Valaco is the keeper again. And Valaco, and it was 2nd and 5, and he picked up about 6. The ball was at the 48-yard line, and now Valaco, he's really running. And let me tell you something about Centennial Huskies. Whatever they do, Coach B, they're doing it at such a fast speed. They set up fast. And as soon as they as soon as they get set up, boom, they're hiking the ball, and they're putting pressure on you early. And Valaco's in the shotgun, and he hands the ball off to number 36, and it was 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line, and number 36, as you said, comes in, Nicholas Floyd, and he picks up another first down. And it's going to be about 8 yards, very close to the first down. Oh, very close. I stand correct. Yeah, very close to the first down, but still, Coach B, averaging 8 yards a push. 2nd and 2, and Valaco's in the backfield, and he hands the ball off once again to Floyd. And look at that lineman for Centennial. He drove the guy on the block down about 10 yards. It's 8 minutes and 30 seconds to go. They're up 66-0 here at Etiwanda. Centennial is, and they're still playing. And, Coach B, what I've been impressed by, and Coach Davis said this was going to be one of the things to look at, is the blocking up front for the Centennial Huskies. I've seen this on multiple occasions. The lineman blocking 15 yards up the field on these running plays. That's the mark of a champion. That's the mark of a champion. 8 minutes and 7 seconds to go. You're looking at 1st and 10. The ball's at the 20-yard. Oh, there was a botched snap, and the quarterback goes down. And he could have picked it up and just went for it. Well, you got to be careful there. There was a change of quarterback, and that's number 3. And that's going to be J.T. Dozier right there. No, that's Brandon Alvarez. Excuse me. Yes. They have 2 number 3s on their team. Excuse me. I apologize. I stand corrected. But again, Coach, 104 players, you have to have some. Yeah, right. Exactly. There's only so many double zeros you can have. Yeah. But again, that was a really heads-up play by him, following on the ball right there, Coach B, because look at Brandon Alvarez keep the ball. Look at his feet. And look at this. Brandon Alvarez, number 3 for Centennial, is a freshman. Wow. He is. So there's the quarterback of the future. He gets to go to school on Monday and say, hey, I played. I got in there. I played. So it was 7. Because I don't know. Did you ever play? I did not. I did not. Not on the Friday. With 7 minutes and 12 seconds to go, as we said, freshman Brandon Alvarez is out there. Freshman quarterback for Centennial. He looks good out there. That is your quarterback of the future. Centennial up 66-0 over the Etiwanda Eagles. And it's another quarterback keeper, and he tries to get to that edge. And look at him with that run. He picked up about 10 yards, and that is a good-looking freshman there. Yeah, it is, Coach B. And, I mean, at the skill position, Centennial is, I mean, they're 3 and 4 players deep. Normally, Coach B, when you lose your first 2-string quarterbacks, it's canceled Christmas.
So it's 4th and 17, and it looks like they're going to come out and they're going to try to. And I say
Janikowski, he's good from here, Coach B.
And on that, and what we said with their kicker, Derek Valencia, this is going to be about a 50-yard kick. And it's
good.
No, it's no good.
Barely. I mean, Coach B, he just missed it.
So Etiwanda will take over on downs at about the 30-yard line.
Just missed roughly about a 45-yarder, it looks like, Coach B. But, I mean, he's capable of making that kick. Barely missed it.
Indeed. That was a great punt for him. And like I said, that kid's got a future at the next level.
And we see a quarterback change here for Etiwanda. It looks like they're going to go number 10, Nick Rivas Jr., who's a sophomore.
Yes, he is. So he's in the shotgun, so let's see what Nick can do.
Nick
and he hands the ball off.
And woof.
And they got swallowed up.
And was introduced to the linemen from the Centennial Huskies football team, and they came in there charging.
Indeed they did, and that handoff was to number 20, and number 20 is going to be Caleb Jackson.
Caleb's still in there for the Eagles. And I like what I've seen with Caleb tonight.
I agree.
Tough night for them, for the Eagles, but again, there has been some light moments, some shiny moments for them, and Caleb has been one of them.
And once again, Nicholas Rivas Jr., he's out there, he hands the ball off.
Wow.
And they are still getting swallowed up, and that's going to be Tyree for Etiwanda that had that run, and that's Tyree Miles, and this is the future of Etiwanda football. These are two of the starters on the JV team, and they play up down. So they play JV and varsity. So with 4 minutes and 37 seconds to go, Etiwanda, Nick Rivas is in the shotgun, and you have Miles in the backfield as well. Tyree Miles.
And he's like he's going to keep it.
Rivas keeps the ball.
Oh, woof.
And he gets out to the outside. So with 4 minutes and 18 seconds to go, once again, the Centennial Huskies here at Etiwanda High School, they're up 66-0. One thing I can say about Logan, he called the dogs off. You know, this is one of the things, like you said, he could have clearly just ran up the score. But that's one of the things about a coach like Logan. He respects the game.
Well, and then I think what was happening early in the first half and then into the early in the second half, he was working on some things for his football team to get it prepared. And
that's Rivas with a nice little out route. That was a nice little pass I saw right there. Nice little pass for him.
Yes, it was. And again, it looks like that's going to be a change of possession, Coach B.
It was fourth down, and they went for it.
Yeah.
So Centennial, it's a turnover on downs with 3 minutes and 32 seconds to go.
Running clock.
Centennial will get the ball back, and like we said, it is a running clock out here. And while we have a quick break in the action, what we want to do is go ahead. Etiwanda Eagles football wants to thank their sponsor. It looks like there was a timeout call. They want to thank their sponsors, Patterson Realty Group, a part of the Nationwide Real Estate Executive Steve Patterson. Give him a call at 909-904-3090. Tough Shed Ontario, solving backyard and business storage needs since 1981. You have the Poke Spot, Eat, Drink, Live Healthy, 8998 East Foothill Boulevard in Rancho, Cucamonga. And Centennial is back out there, and it looks like they brought their quarterback back out, number 16, and that's going to be Michael Vallejo. And it's a keeper, and there's a flag on the play, and we'll see what that flag is.
Well, right now at this point in time, Coach B, with 2 minutes left in the football game, you want to just get through this game without any significant injuries.
Right.
Especially toward the latter part of the game. So as you mentioned, Coach B, as you're alluding to, they're going to put in some of their kids that maybe excel on JV and freshman team to get them some much needed playing time.
It was 1st and 10 for the 25, and we'll see what that penalty was. But while we have a moment, the Poke Spot, Eat, Drink, Live Healthy, located at 8998 East Foothill Boulevard in Rancho, Cucamonga. It looks like that penalty was on Centennial.
Yes.
You have the Army National Guard, 130 plus jobs, one mission. Independent Iron, located in San Bernardino, been in business for 12 years with over 30 years of experience in structural steel industry. Vallejo is in the backfield, and he hands off. He keeps it.
Oh.
He keeps it.
No.
He gets to that edge, and that's going to be a 35-yard touchdown. No, that's number 3.
And that's number 3, and that's going to be Brandon Alvarez,
the
freshman.
And, boy, does he have some wheels. They have a future at that quarterback position. And then we also want to thank Far West Contractors, a full-service contracting firm located in Santa Ana. And finally, the Hat, the world-famous pastrami since 1951, located in the greater Los Angeles area, Rancho, Cucamonga, Upland, and now Marietta. So with that touchdown run, a 35-yard touchdown run for number 3, Brandon Alvarez, that brings the score up to 72-0, pending the extra.
I was just about to say.
They almost blocked that. They did not get it, so now you had a score of 73-0 for the Centennial Huskies. And
right now, as you mentioned, it is a running clock. So, I mean, in the case the Eagles do get the ball back, they're going to get the ball back with a few seconds to go. So I want to make sure we give a big shout-out to our engineer home at the studio, Greg Holla. And as we were saying prior, we welcome you guys to come check us out. We're going to be live on the air tomorrow in the morning, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, IE Sportsnet, the #1 Inland Empire sports radio show. You guys can hear myself and Coach B right there live on air. We'll be discussing all the football scores that took place tonight. As well, we have some great news come out. We have a new Week 1 Football Player of the Week as well, Coach B.
Yes, we do. And one thing, so tomorrow when you listen to the show, we're going to have Coach Aragon from Pacific High School and Coach and Diamond Ranch is going to be there as well.
Yes.
And then we have the kid from Marietta Valley, who was the player of the week.
Oh, he's going to come down?
No, he's not coming down. I'm saying he was the player. You said about the player of the week. That's the end of your ball game.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, the score of 72-0. The Corona Centennial Huskies went ahead and won that game. But like I said, it's Hank. Now, how you pronounce his last name, don't give me the line. But I know Hank was the quarterback, number 19 from Marietta Valley. His
last name was 7 touchdowns. I do know he had 7 touchdowns. I can pronounce that.
Indeed. So coming to you from Rancho Cucamonga. Once again, this is the Fox Sports Game of the Week. Coming to you from Eagles Stadium, located on the campus of Etiwanda High School in Rancho Cucamonga. For my co-host Eternal, I am Coach B, saying so long from Eagle Stadium, reminding you tonight's final score was 73-0 for your visiting Centennial Huskies, and they are what they said they were, the number 6 ranked team in the nation. Thank you for listening. If you get a chance, make sure to check us out tomorrow morning and every Saturday on Fox Sports 1350 for Coach B and Eternal for IE Sportsnet, the Inland Empire Sports Authority. Good night, all.
You are tuned into the new home for IE Sportsnet every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. with Coach B.
And Eternal. When it comes to Inland Empire sports, the conversation starts and stops here.
On Fox Sports Radio 1350 a.m. IE Sportsnet every Saturday morning, 8 a.m.